Along with Matt Gorder and Jenny James, I'm John Coffey, our studio engineer for today's game. Kramer Sansone. Matt Gorder, you look at this matchup, probably the best matchup the Bearcats have had up to this point on the season, facing a Central Missouri team that was picked by the media poll as well as the coaches poll in the conference to finish third in the MIAA this season. Again, they've got one loss coming at the hands of Fort Hays State, the only other undefeated team besides the Bearcats in the standings up to this point.
Yeah, and when you look at this team from Central Missouri, very similar to what we saw from Washburn in the sense that they're very athletic, they're very physical, especially along the line. So Northwest has had some experience against that. Of course, we talked about it a little bit earlier. So far, Washburn, the only team to score against Northwest Missouri State. But that Bearcat defense is as tough as they come, and it's really going to be interesting when you've seen a team like Central that has put up 66 points in a game this year, see an offense like that can both run and throw the ball and see what they do against the Bearcat defense like they'll see today.
They have turned the ball over some, 5 interceptions for Brick Bulls. Northwest has done a very good job of taking care of the football, but you look at Central Missouri on the defensive side, they've also forced 6 fumbles, recovered 5 of those, and have a couple of interceptions.
Yeah, absolutely. And turnovers in a game that can potentially be close are huge. You've got to take care of the football. Can't give it up. Coaches will tell you up and down that if you look at statistics, turnover statistics in a game usually will give you the winner of the game. Whoever loses that battle usually loses the game as well. So you've got to take care of the football as well as just getting the little things done on a day like today.
When you look at the offense for Central Missouri as well, it's a similar type of offense to Northwest from the standpoint they like to get the ball in a lot of different hands.
Yeah, and, that's no surprise when you've got a head coach like Jim Sabota, who Northwest fans know very well, and his offensive mind, he's got a playbook thicker than the Encyclopedia Britannica. I mean, he's just a very offensive-minded kind of guy. He's had positions with offensive staffs at Division I level with UCLA, so he's going to be a guy that'll show you a ton of different looks in terms of the formations that they're going to use, the different plays they're going to use. Very rarely are you going to see a same play used twice in a game. You may a little bit here and there, especially if it works the first time around, but he just has is such a creative mind offensively that it just makes it that much tougher to prepare for his offense.
When you look at the crowd for today's game here at Arrowhead Stadium, again, just using our eyeballs from high atop of Arrowhead Stadium, it looks like Northwest has more fans than the Mules coming in for this one, but as we were talking before we went on, it's not quite the crowd that we've seen in the past here for this matchup.
No, we've definitely seen bigger crowds here at Arrowhead. Obviously, those first few years when they were hovering around 20,000, there's a lot to try to match that, but there is a lot going on today for people to choose to do. Great crowd from Northwest on the far side, but of course we'll see who's louder with whose team is having some success this afternoon.
Mules will kick off, and they'll go from our left to our right here at Arrowhead Stadium. Alex Langer will kick off, and for the Bearcats, back deep to try to return the kick will be Jaravian Anderson along with Jordan Grove. Anderson last week was moved to the offensive side of the ball. He was initially listed as a defensive back, but they're going to use him in a lot of different ways, as a receiver, as a running back, lining up in the Wildcat. He's one of these guys that can do a lot, and I think they're looking at Jaravian Anderson as a guy that's similar to what we saw out of Randy Schmidt last year in this lineup.
Yeah, I mean, you put guys that are good athletes in positions that are going to help your team and also help them succeed. I mean, one of those examples is Austin Eskew. He was on the offensive side of the ball when he first came to the Northwest program and has since been moved to defensive end, and I think that was a heck of a decision the way Austin has been playing. So that's the one thing that this coaching staff is going to do, is if they recognize, there might be a spot on the other side of the ball where not only are you going to get more playing time, but we think you're going to be more effective. Let's go ahead and take advantage of that, and that's something that they've done with Anderson.
Ball is teed up at the 35-yard line. This game is just about underway. Bearcats in an all-white look for this afternoon's game. The white helmets with the green Bearcat paw, the white jersey and the white pants with the green numerals. Central Missouri counting with an all-black look with red numerals. Here comes the kick by Langer. It's an end-over kick. Anderson drops back about 4 yards deep in the end zone. We'll take it out of the numbers. Right side to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Breaks a tackle at the 25, to the 30. Tripped up as he falls to about the 32-yard line. And Northwest will have the ball in good field position for their opening drive of the game.
Yeah, one of the things that you were mentioning, Northwest uniforms, that you're up close, and some of those guys that wear the black face masks on the inside, the black face guards on the inside, and they've got white face masks, they almost look like stormtroopers from Star Wars.
That's a good point.
It's pretty cool.
And again, Central Missouri with the all-black look, the black helmets with the red mule on their helmet, the red numerals. They have gray, red, and black stripes down the side of their sleeves, and the handoff goes right side. They try to swing it out right. Brody McMahon getting the carry as he is knocked out of bounds near the 34-yard line on the Bearcat sideline on the far side of the field. Pick up 4, bringing up second and 6 for Northwest.
Brody McMahon is going to be one of those guys that you're going to see get more carries than what we expected this year. We knew he would get some playing time this year, but with the injuries at running back, he's going to become more important.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left side. Zach Martin out of the shotgun formation, facing a 3-man front out of the Mules, and they will hand off to McMahon again. Watch go off the right side of the offensive line, past the 35 to near the 37-yard line. This will bring up 3rd and short yardage for Northwest. So 3rd and a long 2 coming up. Tennahill coming in from an inside linebacker position to make the tackle for the Mules. Northwest, 5th and MIAA and 3rd down conversions on this fairly young season. 3rd and 2, ball at the 38-yard line. Off the right hash. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right side. Pistol formation for Northwest. Martin will take the snap. They go on the ground again. Up the middle, the handoff goes, and they'll be short of the first down. This will bring up 4th down for Northwest. As the Bearcats keeping it on the ground, Jordan Grove that time getting the carry. This will bring up 4th down and 3 for Northwest.
That time the Mules ready for it. They saw runs on the first 2 plays. That time they were going to stop the run and force Zach Martin to have to pass to get that first down, and they went back to the run, just couldn't quite get to the sticks. Matt
Thorman, who punted only 1 time last week, out for his first punt of the day, gets rid of this one, a high hanging punt, and off the left side, back going is Zachary. Zachary between the hashes now at the 20. As he spins away at the 23-yard line, will be down right there. It's Jalen Zachary on the return out to the 23-yard line. And that's where Central Missouri will take over 1st and 10 for their first possession of this game.
We've got a late flag thrown well away from where the play was completed. So as the guys were working their way downfield in coverage and protection, something happened.
Number 28, receiving team.
That on Ryan DeVore.
Correction. The final pass to this goal.
There you go.
So they'll move this back a bit. More Central Missouri will take over deep in their own territory for their first drive of the game.
I'll put them at the... Well, he said half the distance to goal, which should have put them at the 13-yard line, but they're going to be down to the 9.
So even better for Northwest, anyhow. Brooke Bowles at quarterback. Again, as Matt mentioned in the starting lineups, the Bowles name very familiar with Northwest fans as his 2 older brothers going through the Bearcat program. 3 receivers wide to the right side. One of those is Eccles goes in motion right to the left, and Bowles wants to go on the first play of the game. Pass across the middle. Pass is tipped up in the air and goes incomplete.
Yeah, Ben Altoff, linebacker, started in and then stepped back and stood right in the path of that pass. Got both hands on it, but just couldn't quite wrap it up.
Brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Mules. Ball between the hashes at the 9-yard line. 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left side. Bowles, junior out of Lincoln, Nebraska, will take the snap. And play actions back to pass. Has time in the pocket. Looks to throw. It's overthrown and incomplete. Trying to go to about the 24-yard line where that pass was incomplete. And this will bring up 3rd down and 10.
And throwing into double coverage there. Now both defenders were on the top side of the receiver. So if he would have thrown it a little bit short, his receiver may have had a shot there. But really a dangerous pass for Bowles that time around.
As mentioned a little bit earlier, Bowles has thrown 5 interceptions this season. Has a very strong arm. Has been a bit erratic in the first 4 games of the year. Receiver to each side. Shotgun formation for Bowles on 3rd and 10. Bearcat fans on the far side making noise on this big third down play. Back to pass with Bowles. Has time. Airs it on the left sideline, and it's overthrown and incomplete. Good coverage by Ritchie over on the far side. Pass incomplete. This will bring up fourth down.
Anthony Lane also in the area there, and that ball, I think, may have been thrown away. It was off by quite a bit, and the coverage was good over on that far sideline, so not many options for Bowles, who also doesn't really have time to look at other receivers. He's having to go to that first receiver on each of these first three plays.
Zach Davison will punt for Central Missouri, averaging over 45 yards per punt. He's punted it 20 times so far this season. Gets a good snap, no rush whatsoever, and booms this one away, spirals it out, and it's fielded between the hashes at the 34-yard line. Bain goes right side at the numbers to the 45, and a setter steps to about the 47-yard line, where Northwest will have it first and 10 for their second possession of this game. Breaking the action, no score, Northwest and Central Missouri. We'll be back right after this 90-second timeout on the Bearcat Radio Network. First and 10 for Northwest. They take over on their own 48-yard line. No score, Northwest and Central Missouri. The Fall Classic at Arrowhead. For the Bearcats, they'll have two players stacked to the right side, one to the left side. And now the shotgun formation goes Martin. Martin will play action, rolls left side, and wants to throw, and is stuffed and caught at the 48-yard line and picked up at the 46-yard line into Central Missouri territory as the pass goes to the tight end, Clayton Wilson. Picks up 4, maybe 5 yards on a first down pass, and the Bearcats quickly getting to the line of scrimmage. Second down coming up, 2nd and 4 from the Mule, 46-yard line. Two receivers to the right side and one to the left side. And Zach Martin out of the shotgun formation. Has Wilson go in motion left to right this time. And this time handoff goes to McMahon off the right side of the offensive line. Once again breaks a tackle, squirts through, gets near the 40-yard line, and a first down for Northwest.
That was a great second effort there by Brody McMahon, something throughout his career, especially in high school, he was known for. He does not stop moving his legs. You have got to wrap up and drag him down because he's going to give you 100% effort on every carry. Two receivers right, one to the left side. First and 10 Northwest on the Mule 40-yard line, no score. Zach Martin, the senior of Omaha, Nebraska, at quarterback. Takes the snap, play action, is back to pass, wants to throw on the far right side. Intended for Wilson, goes incomplete. Couldn't bring it in as you're trying to get out near the Bearcat sideline. Pass incomplete, brings up second down and 10. Let him a little bit much, but he got both hands on it. I'm sure Clayton would tell you that he should have reeled that one in. Zach had to lead him a little bit. The defender was right there on his hip. He wanted to keep it away from the defender.
Wilson will get a lot of snaps this afternoon. Marcus Andrews, another tight end, out with an ankle injury today. Three receivers to the right side, one to the left side. Martin out of the pistol formation. And the handoff goes right side, trying to sweep out to the 40-yard line, and not much there at all. So he tried to go off the right side and get it to Chase White, back in the lineup for the first time this season. He stopped at the line of scrimmage. This will bring up third down and 10. So third and 10 for the Bearcats at their own 40-yard line. Or rather, at the Mule 40-yard line. They took over on their own 48-yard line. They marched it to the Mule 40, where it is third down and 10. Two receivers to the left, one to the right side. Martin, again, out of the shotgun formation in a scoreless game. We're in the first quarter. Back to passes. Martin looks to throw, and it is incomplete. Trying to go at the 35-yard line on the far sideline. That pass incomplete, and this will bring up fourth down for Northwest.
Yeah, looking for Clayton Wilson again. That time Cody Bell, a defensive back, was able to get his hand in there and on the football to knock it loose.
Thorman again to punt for Northwest. He's had 8 inside the 20-yard line this season coming into this game. Zachary back deep at the 10-yard line of the Mules to try to return this. Good snap, light rush, angles it toward the right side. Fair catch is called for by Zachary at the 6-yard line, where the Mules will take over first and 10. So far it's been Northwest winning the field position battle this one. Still scoreless between Northwest and Central Missouri at Arrowhead Stadium.
You know, it wasn't too long ago where for a punt returner it was a sin to take a fair catch inside the 10-yard line, but with the way everything's specialized now, you have to, otherwise it may be on the 1 or 2.
Breaking the action, Northwest and Central Missouri scoreless. Back in a minute on the Bearcat Radio Network. No score with 10:41 left in the first quarter. Northwest and Central Missouri. The Mules will take over 1st and 10 from their 7-yard line. They'll have 2 receivers go wide to the right side, 1 to the left side. Along Matt Gorder and Jenny James, I'm John Coffey. We'll check in with Jenny here in just a moment. 1st and 10 for the Mules, again from their 7-yard line. Bulls will take the snap, and this time they go on the ground. Handoff goes left side. Not much there at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. This will bring up 2nd down. Let's go downstairs, check in with Jenny.
There are far more Bearcat fans here today, John, and you can hear them. They are here, and they are loud, and they are very proud.
And it is officially Central Missouri's home game, but again, Bearcat fans traditionally have turned out well at Arrowhead Stadium. 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left side. Bulls out of the pistol formation. As Devontae Turner in the backfield just to his right. Again, a 4-man front out of the Bearcats. Turner gets the carry, wants to go up the middle, and he's stacked up again right at the line of scrimmage. This will bring up 3rd down and long. So far, the Mules, like pretty much everyone, having a tough time running against the Bearcats.
Well, and part of that is we see big number 92 out there once again for Northwest Missouri State. Bobby Grunlow had missed some time with injury, and a defensive line that played well with a few guys out from injury now are just that much better.
3rd down and 9 for the Mules. 2 receivers to the right side, 2 to the left side. Bulls out of the shotgun formation, straight drop back a yard deep in the end zone, being flushed out, rolls right side, looks to throw the ball, has a man open to 20, the numbers to the 30, to the 35, 40, to midfield, to the 45, into the 40, into the 38, and out of bounds on the Central Missouri sideline as he went with a pass out of the backfield for Devontae Turner. Turner turns it into a big gainer, but we do have a penalty marker down.
Boy, and that's one thing about the game of football. Bearcat fans for a second there thought, hey, we may have a safety. Next thing you know, it's a big gainer potentially for Central Missouri, depending on what the flag is here, which was well downfield while the receiver had the ball.
Penalty flag on the field. Personal foul. Face mask. Number 8 on the offense.
This one going against Central Missouri, a face mask on Karian Parker, a wide receiver.
It's not often you see that call against the offense,
no.
But if you do grab a guy's face mask and pull him down, they will call it on the offense.
So that will back Central Missouri back just a bit off of that fine pass play out to the 29-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Mules.
And that's a huge penalty because they were into Bearcat territory.
1st and 10 for the Mules from their 29-yard line. Out of the pistol formation, handoff, right side, tripped up at the 30 to about the 32-yard line. So he went on the ground that time for Kobe Wilkerson, a freshman redshirt out of Warrensburg, Missouri. Picks up a couple, let's call it 3, so 2nd down and 7 now for the Mules.
John, in our pregame, we heard from Coach Amy Worth from the volleyball team, and they picked up a 2nd straight win today. They beat Missouri Southern at home this afternoon, 3-1.
2 receivers go wide to the left side on this 2nd and 7. Again, the pistol for Bulls. Now Parker will go in motion back to the right side. And play action, rolling to left side Bulls. He's being pressured, will be tripped up and brought down back at the 29-yard line. A loss of 4 off of that play.
Austin Eskew was the one coming from the backside, chasing Bulls, causing Bulls to try to figure out where to go. And then the guys on the right side between the defensive line and the linebacker Hess really closed that up in a hurry.
This will bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Mules at the 29-yard line. 3 receivers go wide to the right side. In motion, Sigler right to left. Back to passes, Bulls, throws, and it is intercepted off that right side at the 20 to the 15, the 10, the 5, and into the end zone for the touchdown with that interception. Jacob Gassman just pulled it away from a receiver and then went into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, that was a heck of a battle. That was just a battle of upper body strength, and Gassman won that battle out. Great effort there to get the Cats on the board.
Tried to go off the left side of that line. The pass then was ripped away. It was intended for Ziegler, and Gassman just ripped it out of his hands and went into the end zone for the score.
And then got pummeled by Anthony Lane.
Out for the point after for Northwest comes Gardner. He is perfect on PATs this season, 15 of 15. And the kick is through the uprights, and it is good. So the Bearcats strike first on an interception, and now we have a penalty marker down.
A lot of times on the line, when you have an extra point or a field goal, the guys on the end are trying to make an arc and get back as much as possible. That time around, somebody was a little bit too far back and was considered in the backfield, so Cats are going to have to kick it again.
They'll move this one backward. This will be placed down at the 15-yard line, so a 25-yard attempt on a point after kick now for Brett Garner. Baker puts it down, the kick is up, and now it's good. So Northwest Missouri State again strikes first. It's a 7-0 Northwest Missouri State lead over Central Missouri. We'll be back to Arrowhead Stadium right after this 1-minute timeout on the Bearcat Radio Network.
Today's game is being underwritten by the Northwest Foundation, providing support for the Northwest Alumni Association and the university's funding needs since 1971. More information is available on Facebook or online at nwmissouri.edu/alumni.
Support for the Bearcats comes from Pizza Ranch at US 71 and 1st Street in Maryville. Pizza Ranch's buffet is open daily and features pizza and fried chicken with all the trimmings, plus a salad bar with dessert and ice cream. More in store or at pizzaranch.com.
Support for the Bearcat Radio Network comes from the Bearcat Booster Club, impacting every Northwest student-athlete by providing a source of funds to improve athletic equipment for teams and programs. Membership information is available at bearcatsports.com.
Support for the Bearcat Radio Network comes from national investors in Redfield, Iowa, and Northwest alumni R. Joe Smith and Greg Wilson, providing asset protection, retirement planning, estate organization, and insurance options. More at nationalinvestors.com. To Arrowhead Stadium, Northwest Missouri State on the board. Off of a 30-yard return of an interception for a touchdown by Jacob Gassman. The Bearcats in front 7-0 as they lead Central Missouri. Back order and Jenny James. I'm John Coffey. Gardner has the ball teed up at the 35-yard line. And here comes a kick. It's an end-over-end kick. A short kick fielded at the 1-yard line off the left side. Out to the 10, to the 15-yard line. Left side to the 20. Sideline to the 25, to the 30, and out to the 35-yard line. And that's where Central Missouri will have it 1st and 10 off of a return by Franklin Hunt. Let's go downstairs, check in with Jenny James.
Yeah, Jake Gassman had that interception, and funny thing is, Jake and I went to high school together. We're both from Kearney, and it's just so great to see him finally healthy. He has suffered many injuries, so it's just great to see Jake do well.
All right, thank you, Jenny. Gets the Bearcats out to a 7-0 lead, and again, Matt, talking about Burke Bowles and Central Missouri, they have turned the ball over a number of times, and that's the 6th interception of a Brooke Bowles pass this season.
Yeah, and that one, one of the more costly ones. Of course, it led directly 2 points with the return.
1st and 10 for the Mules at the 36-yard line off the left hash. And now they go with a handoff on the right. And not a lot there as they sent in motion at that time. They sent in motion Wesley Thomas from left to right. He took the handoff as he went by the quarterback Bowles, and he'll pick up just about a yard. This will bring up 2nd and 9.
And great communication there. Anthony Lane was the only one on that side because he was the only receiver on that side. And Lane, even before he was fully in motion, was yelling at his teammates, had his hands in the air. They knew what play was coming. They had seen that on film, and they played it perfectly. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left side. And play action. Bowles toward the near sideline. Looks to throw down the field. A flag falls as the pass goes incomplete. Intended near the 40-yard line for Jalen Zachary. Pass incomplete, but a penalty marker down. Zachary and Jones each kind of had a hold of each other, and I think Jones is going to be the one that gets called here.
Pass interference. Number 9, DK.
And that's the case. Marcus, the 6', 178-pound senior out of Gladstone, Missouri. Been a few NFL scouts have been on the Northwest campus taking a look at Marcus Jones.
Yeah, there's been several of them that have been through town already this year.
Penalty mark-off will give the Mules the ball on the Bearcat 48-yard line off the right hash as Central Missouri goes from our left to our right in this first quarter. And this time the Mules go on the ground on first down, trying to go off the left side of the line. And not much there for Kobe Wilkerson, who got the carry. The freshman redshirt actually was able to then, second effort, pick up a couple extra yards. So he got around 4 yards, so it's 2nd and 6 now for Central Missouri. 6:37 left in the first quarter. A 7-0 Northwest Missouri State lead. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right side. Rick Bowles at quarterback. Takes the snap and handoff right side that time near the 40-yard line as the handoff went to Wilkerson once again. And this will bring up 3rd and short yardage as he's able to get to the 40-yard line off the right hash. So 3rd and 2 now coming up for the Mules.
He tried to run to the inside. There was no room there. Had to bounce it out to the right side to find positive yardage.
3rd and 2 for the Mules into Bearcat territory. Again, Northwest 4-man front. Bowles out of the shotgun formation. Takes the snap and hands off to Wilkerson as the flag falls. Bounces off a defender, rolls to the right. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, but we do have a penalty marker down.
Yeah, this will be an offsides on Northwest.
So that will give the Mules a first down.
And it's little mistakes like that that can loom big, and obviously in this situation keep a drive alive.
To the 35 of the Bearcats, 1st and 10. Again, a 7-0 Northwest Missouri State lead. 2 receivers go to the left side, 1 to the right side. Bowles at quarterback. Takes the snap. And they hand off as another flag falls out to the 30, near the sideline to the 26-yard line, and it tripped up there as, again, Wilkerson got the carry, but once again, we've got a penalty marker down, this time back near the 35. This time it looks like it's going against the Mules, an illegal shift, so they'll mark this one back a bit.
So both teams having some mini penalty issues here early on.
So we're back to the 40. 1st and 15 now for the Mules. Northwest taking advantage of a Bowles interception by Gassman, who returned it for a touchdown. Lead 7-0. 2 receivers to the right side. Pistol formation. Now Zachary in motion. Handoff goes right side. Now they play action instead. Bowles in the backfield. Has a lot of time. Wants to go down the near side. The pass is caught. Is he in bounds or not? No, out of bounds near the 15-yard line. And he able to bring that one in as he went to Kobe Wilkerson, but just couldn't stay in bounds with it. So there goes a long incompletion. Bring up 2nd and 15.
Yeah, they got a matchup they wanted after the fake. They got Colt Forney in on the coverage there, but Forney doing a good job. He was right there and kind of forcing him over toward that sideline so he wouldn't have room to come down with the pass.
2nd down and 15 for the Mules at the Bearcat 40-yard line. Again, shotgun formation. Receiver to each side. Some wide splits along the offensive line as Bowles is back to pass. Wants to go down the near right side, and it's incomplete. Just inside the 15-yard line. Pass goes incomplete as it was intended for Kyrian Parker. Ritchie was there on the coverage. This will bring up 3rd down. Again, though, we've got a penalty marker down back at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, one of the things that's got the defensive line a little bit jumpy, it seems like, is Bowles is clapping his hands to signal for the snap, and it's not something unusual. Brandon Marstall from Emporia State was doing the same thing, so it's nothing new that the Cats have seen, but the 2 times they've been called offsides on this penalty, the guys have jumped right at the clap of Bowles.
5-yard mark-off makes it 2nd and 10 from the 35-yard line of the Bearcats. Handoff, right side, and again getting carry Wilkerson. He's been a workhorse on this drive. And he bounds off the tackler and is dropped near the 31-yard line, and this will bring up 3rd down and 6 for Central Missouri. So 3rd and 6 coming up for the Mules from the Bearcat 31-yard line. Central Missouri getting some different personnel in right now. And Seth Hebert wide to the left side along with Zachary. And another receiver, and they have a receiver to the right side as well, and that was Wilkerson, who now will line up to the left of the quarterback. Bowles out of the pistol, or rather shotgun formation. Rolls left side, wants to throw toward the 5-yard line, incomplete. Off of the left side, Ritchie on the coverage as they try to get it off that left side. Pass incomplete, and that brings up 4th down.
And Bowles took a pretty good shot there by Ben Altoff when he released that football on the run as well. That's a tough throw. A right-handed quarterback running to his left, trying to go deep with it and place it toward the right, the front pylon, and threw it out of bounds.
Alex Langer out for a field goal attempt. This will be placed on the right hash at the 38-yard line. So a 48-yard attempt coming up. His long so far this season has been 39, so this will be the longest he's connected on this year. High snap, ball down. The kick is on the way by the right-footed kicker. Has the distance, and it is no good. No good. Looks to be wide to the left, so the Bearcats hold after Central Missouri gets into Northwest territory. Still a 7-0 game. Northwest Missouri State in front of Central Missouri. We'll be back right after this 30-second timeout on the Bearcat Radio Network.
Support for the Bearcat Radio Network comes from Carlson Seed in Blanchard, Iowa. Carlson Seed's been family-owned since 1973 and distributes DeKalb Asgrow seeds, chemicals, precision planting products, and more. For more information, visit carlsonseed.com.
Support for the Bearcat Radio Network comes from Baumley Auto Sales. Bearcat alumnus Joe Baumley has been providing late-model program vehicles and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs to the area since 1983. More at baumleyauto.com or on the lot at 5 Mile Corner, south of Maryville.
First down, find Sean Bain down the field. He's about the 40-yard line in Mule territory. Pass overthrown, goes incomplete, brings up 2nd down and 10 for Northwest from their own 31-yard line, and a 7-0 lead over Central Missouri with 3:55 left in the first quarter.
We'll see that Wildcat as Martin goes over to the sideline.
And taking the snap is Anderson, wants to go to the right side. Tries to get a block, but is stripped up from behind and will be brought down right about the line of scrimmage, and this will bring up 3rd down and 8 after being able to dive forward just a bit and pick up a couple yards. But Jaravian Anderson moving into that wildcat spot, picks up a couple yards. This will bring up 3rd down.
It's a good time on a 3rd and long to see number 80 get involved here. He's kind of the 3rd down wide receiver, and Williams has picked up a lot of first downs in that fashion, so he'll be lined up wide on the left side this time around.
Along with Bain on the left on 3rd down and 8. Grove out of the backfield in motion to the left as well. And Martin will roll right side. Pressure comes in, looks to throw it, and essentially throws it away on the Bearcat sideline. Pass incomplete near the 45-yard line into Central Missouri territory, but pass incomplete. This will bring up 4th down for Northwest.
Well, defense is winning the first quarter here. Northwest Missouri State as a team through their first few possessions with just 21 total yards of offense. Central Missouri does have 50, the bulk of those coming on that last possession.
Thorman to punt. He's already punted more today than he did last week against Missouri Southern. Gets this one away and end over in punt. Fielded by Zachary, and he is immediately smothered down at the 34-yard line. Didn't have much room as he came up with that catch, and there was Andy Hessler, among others, down to make the play defensively for Northwest on the punt coverage, and Central Missouri will take over 1st and 10 in their own territory as they will place it at the 33-yard line.
What a near perfect day.
Oh, man.
It's unbelievable. We see across the way the parking lot really starting to fill up with Royals baseball coming up in about an hour and a half over across the parking lot, but just a perfect day for football.
I think right now I'd rather be here at Arrowhead.
Yeah, I think so.
1st and 10 for Central Missouri at the 33-yard line, and receiver to each side for the Mules. Bowles at quarterback. A 7-0 Northwest Missouri State lead. Long count, takes the snap, and will hand off. And again, Northwest not allowing much off of the run as they try to go off the right side of the offensive line as Javante Turner got the carry and runs into a brick wall. This will bring up 2nd down. Samuel Roberts and Austin Eskew there, a couple big guys. Roberts, freshman out of Waynesville, Missouri, and Eskew the other end, junior out of Lawson, Missouri. And now they go at the line of scrimmage, not much there. This will bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, they went with a quick count there, trying to catch Northwest off guard, but all four of those D linemen were already in their stance waiting for that snap.
Turner again. This will bring up 3rd and 7 for the Mules. So 3rd and 7 coming up for Central Missouri on their own 36-yard line. Northwest in front, 7-0. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left side with 2:02 left in the first quarter. Back to pass out of the shotgun. Ball's hit as he throws. It goes incomplete. Trying to go near the 40-yard line and pass incomplete. A little bit overthrown again. Was hit as he tried to get that one away. And this will bring up 4th down for the Mules.
Bowles just 1 of 8 passing now in this first quarter. He's completed 2 passes, but one of them was to Jacob Gassman, who scored a touchdown for Northwest.
Zach Davidson again to punt for Central Missouri. Play clock at 10 seconds as he takes the snap, and no rush whatsoever. And again, a lot of hang time, and a fair catch has been called for by Tatum near the 27-yard line, where Northwest will take over 1st and 10 with 1:43 left in this first quarter. While we have a chance to pause 10 seconds for station identification, you're listening to the Bearcat Radio Network. Seven to nothing, Northwest Missouri State in front of the Mules. Bearcats with it from their 26-yard line on the right hash as they go right to left in this first quarter. And they go on the ground out near the 30-yard line on a first down run that time by Jordan Grove, the senior of Adel, Iowa. And this will bring up 2nd down and 7. Let's call 2nd and 6 after a 4-yard gain. So a couple receivers go to the right side, 2 to the left side for the Bearcats. Dressed in all white this afternoon, with using their white helmets with the green Bearcat paw, the white jerseys and pants, and the green numerals. Martin out of the shotgun on 2nd down and 6 from just past the 30-yard line. They go on the ground again. Some room between the hashes at the 40 to the 45-yard line to midfield. Near sideline to the 40 to the 35 and out of bounds near the 28-yard line as Brody McMahon gets the carry that time.
Yeah, a couple of great blocks on the left end made it wide open. In the pursuit of Central Missouri, they almost were guaranteed that Northwest was going to run to the right because everybody went that direction, and then a couple of key blocks to get that edge, and Brody had a lot of room in front of him that he took advantage of.
39 yards and a first down to the 31-yard line of the Mules. Northwest in front, 7-0. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left side. Grove goes in motion left to right. Now we got some motion along the line in and putting marker falls. So this will go against Northwest. We'll move them back 5 yards. Now with 32 seconds left in the first quarter.
5th penalty for 35 yards against Northwest. There have been 3 penalties called against Central.
Cats came into this game averaging just over 52 yards per game in penalties. 1st and 15 at the 36-yard line of the Mules. So 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left side. And the handoff goes to Grove. Grove off to the left side of the offensive line, crosses the 35 and gets to the 33-yard line. Picks up 2, maybe 3 yards on a first down run. So this will bring up now 2nd and 13 as the clock winds down. That'll be the end of the first quarter. Northwest in front at the end of the first quarter, 7-0 as they lead Central Missouri. We'll be back to Arrowhead Stadium right after this 2-minute timeout on the Bearcat Radio Network. Nate plays 73-yard drive, 3:55 off the clock. And there was a 10-yard touchdown pass from Martin to Jordan Grove, and the Bearcats in front 14-0 as they lead Central Missouri. Let's quickly go downstairs and check in with Jenny James.
Coach Wright was the first guy to run up to Zach after that touchdown, and you could just hear him yelling, "Good job," over and over again. I'm surprised you couldn't hear him up in the press box.
All right, here comes a kick by Gardner, an end-over-end kick, and it's fielded at the 2-yard line off of the right side by Turner out to the 15, to the 20, and he gets past the 25-yard line and about the 27 or so, where Central Missouri will take over 1st and 10.
I think that's one of the things why this team loves Coach Wright so much. Even when he was, just an assistant, he's always so energetic. He's always right there in the middle of everything. I mean, saw him during fall camp, and I walked up to him, and guy's got stitches in his eyebrow. I said, Coach, don't tell me you were getting in the middle. Play's going on, and he's going in to talk to his defensive line, takes an elbow in the eye. He's just so energetic, and I think that's why the team really feeds off of his energy.
Well, he finished out practice, too, before getting that treatment as well.
Yep.
First and 10 for Central Missouri at the 26-yard line. Play action, Bowles back to pass. Those on the near left side. Pass is caught at the 29-yard line, out to the 30 and to the 32-yard line, and out of bounds. So he went with the pass off of the near side here, and be a gain of about 7 off that reception.
Just the second pass completion for Bowles this afternoon.
So 2nd down and 3 for the Mules off of that reception to Kyle Eccles. Ball at the 33-yard line in Mule territory. Play action. Bowles back to pass as pressure comes in. Looks to throw deep, and it will go about 3 yards short. So it falls incomplete. But again, Bowles hit as he got that pass away.
Well, and that's part of the reason he only has 2 completions is he's been under duress most of the day. That time Caleb Mather was the one in the backfield, but it's not one number he's getting used to either. He doesn't know where to look and where that pressure's coming from. It's coming from all different directions from this Bearcat defense.
3rd down and 3 for the Mules. From their 33-yard line, ball on the left hash. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left side. Ball's out of the pistol formation this time. Now they switch out of that shotgun formation. Bowles wants to throw on the far side. Pass incomplete. Near the 40-yard line, it was intended for Wesley Thomas. Incomplete. This will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Marcus Jones just about got a hold of that ball as well. He was well in front of the receiver, but it was also one of those that if he slows it down enough, the receiver catches that, the receiver would have been gone because Jones wouldn't have been in position to make a tackle, but he just about got an interception.
As the shadows from the press box side of Arrowhead Stadium begin to make its way across the stadium floor. 4th down situation as Zach Davidson will punt, takes the snap. A little bit of a rush this time. Bain calling for the fair catch at the 29-yard line, where Northwest will have it 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line, as they will begin this drive with a 14-0 lead over Central Missouri with 12:03 left in the first half. We'll be back right after this 90-second timeout on the Bearcat Radio Network.
Support for the Bearcats is provided by Miller Financial and Insurance Center in Maryville. The Miller brothers offer assistance with investments and retirement planning, as well as insurance protection for your farm, home, and auto. More information is at 660-224-2300 or millerfinancialandinsurance.com.
Support for the Bearcats comes from Tiffany Care Centers. For 40 years, Tiffany has been caring for the people of Northwest Missouri in their homes or at one of their nursing and rehab centers in Oregon, Maryville, Mound City, or Rockport. More at tiffanycare.com. Support for the Bearcat Radio Network comes from the Nellestein Vein Institute. Dr. Michael Nellestein and his staff specialize in the treatment of various leg ailments, including varicose veins, spider veins, leg pain, and blood clots. More information is at thenvi.com.
Bearcat Radio broadcasts are brought to you by Brown's Shoe Fit Company in Maryville. Located in the Mary Mart Shopping Center, Brown's offers boots from Red Wing, Timberland, Twisted X, and Merrill, as well as arch supports for tired feet. More at 660-582-4641.
Support for KXCV KRNW comes from Maryville Glass and Lock. Greg Fisher and his team offer installation and service of overhead doors from Rainer and LiftMaster operators. More at 660-582-3131, in-store at 5th and Buchanan, or at MaryvilleGlassandLock.com.
Support for Bearcat Radio comes from the J.L. Houston Company in Hopkins, manufacturing small truck tanks to large storage tanks, and offers hoses, filters, nozzles, pumps, and other ag and petroleum products. More information is at 660-778-3393.
14-0 Northwest Missouri State in front of Central Missouri. The Bearcats with a 1st and 10 from their 29-yard line as they go from our left to our right. And off goes left side. Now they can try to cut it back right side as Thompson gets a carry, breaks a tackle, line of scrimmage, gets out right side to about the 34-yard line and knocked out of bounds. And this will bring up 2nd down for Northwest.
Usually doesn't end up well when you reverse field and go that far across the field to try to get positive yardage, but a couple of the Mules players a little bit out of position there, so that allowed Thompson the room he needed to get positive yardage.
And picks up 5, 2nd down and 5 for Northwest from the 34-yard line of the Bearcats. Martin out of the shotgun formation, play action. Gets a nice block in the backfield, looks to throw, and it is caught. Reception near the 44-yard line, and then driven backwards that time, but forward progress should be good to Northwest as Bain comes up with the catch, and it'll be a first down for Northwest. Ball at the 45-yard line off the left hash, 1st and 10 Northwest. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left side. Northwest in front, 14-0. And a quick pass, line of scrimmage right, is to Bain, who drops the ball right at the line of scrimmage. Couldn't hold on to it. Incomplete. This will bring up 2nd and 10.
Oh, boy, he's going to be kicking himself absolutely wide open. Nobody within 7 or 8 yards of him. He had a lot of room, and I think he knew that before the ball got there. And you just get a little bit antsy. You know, it's like in basketball, that wide open shot to the game winner. Nobody's anywhere near you. That's the toughest shot to make. And that was the same thing there for Bain.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left side. Martin again out of the pistol formation. And the handoff, and not much there that time as they brought down in the backfield. Jordan Thompson again gets the carry, but that time was dropped up by Michael Tannehill, a junior from Jefferson City, and an inside linebacker, and this will bring up 3rd down and 11 for Northwest.
Yeah, came through on a stunt that time over on that left side, ended up unblocked because of it.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left side on 3rd and long for Northwest. Pistol formation for the Bearcats. Now they break out of that as Jordan Grove will go in motion to the left. Back to pass is Martin on 3rd and long. Has time. Couldn't find anyone open. Will run with it toward the left side to midfield toward the first down marker and gets out of bounds in front of the Bearcat sideline. Just getting up enough yardage for the first down.
I thought it was a nice play by Kennedy Sykes, the wide receiver. He was over on that left side, and when he saw Martin starting to run that way, he actually headed upfield, took that defender out of it, and then when Martin crossed the line of scrimmage, came back and threw a block on a guy that was close to Martin to give him room for the first down.
1st and 10 Northwest at the 44-yard line of the Mules. Northwest up by 2 touchdowns. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right side. Grove out of the backfield, goes in motion to the right. Play action, back to passes. Martin wants to go deep down the right hash, and it's overthrown at the goal line. Trying to go to Quincy Woods, but just overthrown. Incomplete. This will bring up 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 now for Northwest from the 44-yard line of the Mules.
Tell you what, it just goes to show you how strong Martin's arm is. There's a couple of pretty fast receivers on this team that's hard to overthrow, and he's overthrown both of those guys today in Bain and Woods.
Woods got back in the lineup last week and caught a couple of touchdown passes after missing some time with an injury. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right side. And they go with a little pass off the left. It goes incomplete. Trying to get it to Grove. Pass low, incomplete. This will bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, he was well covered, and that was going to be the only option on that play. They figured with the cross action in the backfield and the fake that he would be wide open. It was read well defensively by Central Missouri, and smart play there by Martin just to get rid of the football and go ahead and try to pick up the first on 3rd down.
From the 44-yard line of the Mules, 9:50 left in the second quarter, 14-0 Northwest Missouri State lead. 2 receivers stacked to the right, 1 to the left side. Grove in motion, left to right, back to pass is Martin. Steps up in the pocket and will be brought down as he tries to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage as that pocket collapsed very quickly. Corey Finu Taylor, one of those there to step in and make the tackle. A nose guard for the Mules defensively. A loss of a couple, bringing up 4th down for Northwest. Let's call it a loss of 1, 4th and 11 now for the Bearcats from the 45 of the Mules. Thorman will punt once again for Northwest. Zachary at the 10-yard line between the hashes to try to return this punt. Good snap, light rush, and Thorman angles it toward the left side for a catch called for at the 10-yard line where the Mules will take over 1st and 10. So Northwest Missouri State in front 14-0 as they lead Central Missouri with 9:01 left in the first half. We'll be back right after this 90-second timeout on the Bearcat Radio Network.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Pitzenberger Auto Body in Maryville, providing auto collision repair and taking the dents out of accidents. Pitzenberger's also installs ultimate truck bed liners. More at 660-582-4599 or pitsautobody.com.
Support for the Bearcats comes from Rapid Elite in downtown Maryville, providing printing, copying, and other services such as folding, stapling, binding, and laminating, as well as supplying ink and toner. Rapid Elite also provides UPS and FedEx shipping services. More online at rapideleatemaryville.com.
Support for the Bearcats comes from Bullseye Trading in Maryville, located at 1115 East 1st Street, open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Bullseye Trading offers guns, ammo, and payday and pawn loans. For more info, call 660-241-5013.
Bearcat radio broadcasts are brought to you by Championship Motors in Maryville across from Walmart. Chad Pearson, Chad Townsend, Derek Schluter, and Maggie Wilson offer a variety of pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. More at ChampionshipMotorsLLC.com or at 582-8800.
Support for the Bearcats comes from Shelter Insurance, providing coverage for auto, home, life, and business, 24-hour claims assistance, and insurance reviews. More info is available from Shelter agents Brad Ford of Maryville, Craig Thompson of Albany, Jody Nellison of Savannah, and Larry Olinger of Mound City.
Support for today's Bearcat broadcast comes from Carson's Sports Grill, located on the Maryville Square. Carson's is open for lunch and dinner and offers a selection of sandwiches, appetizers, and more for dine-in or carry-out. More at 660-582-2699. First and 10 for Central Missouri from their 10-yard line as they go from our right to our left in this second quarter. And they go with a handoff off the right side. And to the line of scrimmage. That was about it for Devontae Turner as he tried to get that corner turned but just couldn't do it. Picks up a yard. This will bring up second down and 9. For Matt Gordon and Jenny James, I'm John Coffey. Let's go downstairs. Check in with Jenny.
Both quarterbacks are seeing a lot of pressure from the defense and a lot of times ending up on the ground. So definitely a strong defensive game.
And it's a 14-0 game. Northwest Missouri staying in front. And when you talk about defense, one of the Bearcat touchdowns coming on a 30-yard return of an interception by Jacob Gassman as he took it into the end zone with an interception of a Brooke Bowles pass. Second and a long 9. They fake the pitch left. Bowles wants to keep it as he goes between the hashes of the 15 to the 16-yard line. And not much after that, but this will bring up third down for the Mules. They will place it at the 16-yard line, 3rd and 4 coming up for the Mules with no huddle. So they quickly get to the line of scrimmage.
Big opportunity here for Northwest if they can get the 3 and out deep in Mules territory.
3 receivers go wide to the right side. Bowles out of the shotgun formation. Is back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Now will scramble. Being chased from behind to the 20-yard line. Will have the first down. Cut from behind at the 25 and knocked forward to about the 26-yard line. But it will be a first down for the Mules.
Yeah, Ben Altoff caught up with him. Good coverage for Northwest. That was not intended to be a run. He wanted to throw that football, but there was nobody to throw it to. But Bowles able to see a big opening on the right side and take advantage of it to get the first down.
To the 25-yard line. 14-0. Northwest Missouri staying in front. 7:22 left in the second quarter. Takes the snap out of the shotgun with a quick pass. Goes incomplete. Trying to go on a quick slant to the left side for Javante Sigler. Thrown a bit behind him, and Sigler couldn't stop and reach out and bring that pass in. It goes incomplete. Brings up second down to 10.
And Sigler looking over toward the sideline right now, wondering if he ran the right route because he was heading toward the middle and the ball was thrown to the outside near the numbers.
Second and 10 for the Mules on their own 25-yard line. 4-man front out of Northwest as Zachary goes in motion left to right. Bowles, play action, back to pass. Wants to throw across the middle, open at the 40-yard line to the 45-yard line to midfield as Zachary ankles back left as he is caught now at the 35-yard line in Northwest territory on a big pass reception. And the Mules now into Bearcat territory.
Well, there you go. When you talk about this being a game of momentum, the Northwest defense had a chance to get a 3 and out deep in Mules territory just 3 plays ago. And now 3 plays later, Central threatening here as they get deeper into Bearcat territory.
First and 10, Mules at the 34-yard line of the Bearcats after that 41-yard pass reception to Zachary. It was Anthony Lane to make the tackle on Zachary. First down, and they go left side with keeping on the ground, and not much there. It's again, Northwest doing a good job stopping the run. Devontae Turner than the carrier that time. This will bring up second down and 10.
And Lane coming up from the outside to make that tackle that time around.
Second and 10 for the Mules from the 34-yard line of the Bearcats. Northwest scoring their touchdowns on an interception return by Gassman and then a 10-yard pass play from Martin to Jordan Grove. Second and 10 from the 34. Play action. Bowles, as pressured, will roll left side. He will be wrapped up and will be brought down for a loss on the play. A loss on the play, Mike Elke coming in, got him by the knees and able to hold on to him, and this will bring up third down and long for the Mules.
Tell you what, we're seeing really good coverage by the Northwest secondary today. There have been a couple of mistakes that have left guys open, but for the most part, they've done a great job and allowed the defensive line to get in the backfield. It doesn't take those guys very long to get into the backfield, but they've had coverage so that Bowles really has not many options.
Third down coming up for Central Missouri. Third and long. Bowles play action. Wants to look back left side as they set up a screen to the 40-yard line, to the 35, to the 30, and down near the 28-yard line. And to be short of the first down, though, as they got it to Devontae Turner out of the backfield. And he's able to take it down the near side left. And we'll get to the 20. We're going to place this at the 27-yard line. And this will bring up fourth down and 3. And the Mules down by 2 touchdowns, going forward on fourth down. They're 6 of 11 on fourth down conversions this season. 3 receivers go wide to the right side, 1 to the left. It's fourth and 3 from the Bearcat 27-yard line. Play clock down to 6 seconds. Now down to 3. Snap comes back. Bowles wants to throw on a quick slant. It's caught at the 20-yard line. They'll have the first down as they went with that quick slant, and it was caught by Javante Sigler. So able to pull that one in before being brought down, and it's first and 10 now for Central Missouri at the 20 of the Bearcats.
That is such a tough pass to defend if you're not right up on the wide receiver and make contact right at the line of scrimmage. If that receiver gets a free run off the line of scrimmage, there's pretty much no way of stopping that pass unless the receiver drops the ball.
Staying there to make the tackle for Northwest. First and 10 for the Mules from the 20-yard line of Northwest. Cats holding on to a 2-touchdown lead. They go on the ground left side at the 20, outside to the 15, and out of bounds near the 16-yard line as they got the handoff left side to Turner, and Turner was able to put on some burners there and get out of bounds and pick up about 8 on that run for the freshman redshirt out of Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah, he did just step out at the 12-yard line. Otherwise, he probably would have had first down on that, which would have made it first and goal for the Mules.
Second and 2 from the 12-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left side. And Bowles goes with a handoff as they go left side that time and trying to work Turner, and Turner was brought down. And let's see, they place it down, looks to be short of the first down, so he was able to just get back to the line of scrimmage. So he was caught from behind Altop, the first one there to catch him from behind. Ritchie comes over to help out, and they keep the Mules from picking up a first down, so it is now third down and 2. Pistol formation for Bowles. Receiver to each side. Now Turner will line up to the right of the quarterback. Out of the shotgun. Bowles looks on the near side toward the pylon. Passes up and incomplete. Trying to get her toward that left pylon, and it goes incomplete into double coverage, and this will bring up fourth down.
Yeah, it was in the front of the end zone, and Anthony Lane didn't see it coming, but he made contact at the perfect time to be able to knock that ball loose.
They're trying to get the ball on the near side to Parker, and this will bring up fourth and 2, and a field goal attempt for Alex Langer. Langer 7 of 8 on field goal attempts this year. Actually now 7 of 9 after a miss earlier in this half. Ball will be placed at the 19, 29-yard attempt. Has the distance, and it is through. So Central Missouri on the board with 3:07 left in the first half. Northwest Missouri State 14 and Central Missouri 3. We'll be back to Arrowhead Stadium right after this 1-minute timeout on the Bearcat Radio Network. Back at Arrowhead Stadium, Northwest Missouri State 14 and Central Missouri 3 for the Mules. A 13-play, 78-yard drive and a 29-yard field goal by Alex Langer, getting the Mules on the board for the first time this afternoon. 3:07 left in this first half. Again, 14-3, Northwest Missouri State in front. Langer was teed up at the 35-yard line. Now they line up, and we'll try to go with a little pooch kick, and it's a high kick, and it will be fielded off the left side near the 28-yard line. And there was Austin Eskew to go after that, and all that went in near the 28. Austin, a guy who's used to catching the ball a little bit as a former tight end, being moved to the defensive end position this season, and Northwest will have the ball. So he will take it 1st and 10. It looks like they were going to place this at the 28-yard line where they'll have it to start this drive. Well, we have a chance to pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Bearcat Radio Network. On 1st and 10, pass right side goes to Bain. Bain to the 35-yard line and tripped up there right in front of the Central Missouri bench. So Northwest going to there on 1st down. Out to the 30, just shy of the 35-yard line. This will bring up 2nd down and 2nd and 3 coming up for the Bearcats.
They do have 3 timeouts to work with here as they try to get down the field and put some more points on the board before halftime.
2:40 left in the second quarter. Martin takes a high snap and a handoff. They go up the middle with the carry. As they get to the about the 39-yard line, White to get the carry, and this will bring up 1st down for Northwest. Just picking up the 1st down. Ball at the 39. Clock now at 2:27 left in at the first half. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left side. Martin out of the shotgun. And wants to throw near side right. Pass is caught at the 45-yard line. And down there. So you got to Jordan Bishop, the senior out of Kirkwood, Missouri. And this will bring up 2nd down and 3 after a 7-yard gain.
Cats in the 2-minute offense, a little quicker pace on this possession.
Quickly to the line of scrimmage. From the 46, still in their own territory, ball on the right hash. Northwest in front, 14-3. Woods in motion, right to left. And pass left side overthrown, goes incomplete. Trying to get it to Woods at the line of scrimmage. Couldn't bring that one down, and this will bring up 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, that time there was some pressure coming over on the right side from Central Missouri that basically caused that pass to go too high. Colson Crane got his hand up in the air, and Martin had to get it up over his hand, which meant the pass wasn't the trajectory that Martin wanted to throw, and so it sailed over the receiver as well.
3rd down and 3 for Northwest. Taking a little time to get the proper personnel onto the field for the Bearcats. The play clock's inside of 10 seconds out of the pistol formation. Martin, with 2 on the play clock, takes the snap and is back to pass. Wants to dump it across the middle, caught at midfield off the right side, and there's Bain. Bain to the 45 and to the 42-yard line, and he was caught by the defender, had a hand of his jersey and just held on to him for a while, but Bain was able to pick up the 1st down and then some. So this will bring up 1st and 10 for Northwest, as Bain was caught there from behind by Franklin Hunt, a cornerback. 2nd down, or the 1st and 10 now for Northwest at the 43-yard line of the Mules. Northwest in front, 14-3. Play action, back to pass is Martin has a lot of time going deep toward the left side. Pass incomplete at the goal line. Incomplete, being the intended receiver. Darian Rhodes was on the coverage, the strong safety, and the pass incomplete.
Rhodes right there, step for step with Bain all the way down the field. There's not too many guys in this league that can do that.
And he just swatted that ball away as the pass just a little bit underthrown. This will bring up 2nd down and 10 from the Mules' 43-yard line. Ball off the right hash. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left side for Northwest. 1:06 left in the second quarter. Northwest in front again, 14-3. Wilson lining up a slide off the left side as he moves out of the backfield. Back to pass is Martin. Wants to go deep down the near right side. Overthrown at the 10-yard line and incomplete. Bishop, the intended receiver that time, goes incomplete. Montez Lattimore on the coverage for Central Missouri, and this will bring up 3rd down and 10 with 1:01 left in the first half.
Martin's been throwing the ball fairly well on the short and intermediate routes, but just doesn't have the touch on the deep ball right now. 3rd
down and 10 for Northwest. at the 43-yard line of the Mules. Two receivers to the near side of the field. One of those is Woods, who goes in motion right to left. Back to passes. Martin looks to throw. Near side pass incomplete. Trying to get it off the near side for Bishop, and he couldn't bring it down at the 35, and this will bring up fourth down for Northwest. So Lattimore there again, trying to go off the near right side, and pass incomplete, brings up fourth down, and Thorman will punt. For Thorman, this will be his fifth punt of the afternoon, averaging nearly 37 yards per punt. Zachary back deep at the 10-yard line to try to return this. Rush comes in, gets it away, and it will take a bounce and go out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. See where the officials will mark this one down. It'll be at the 17, where Central Missouri will have it 1st and 10 with 50 seconds left in the second quarter.
And Thorman's punt average really not telling the story because he hasn't had a lot of room to punt, but he's doing a great job of keeping the ball out of the end zone, getting the ball inside the 20 or even inside the 10. Forced a fair catch in the first quarter at the 6-yard line, which you don't see too often. So even though the average for the punt isn't very high, Thorman doing a great job for Northwest today.
He's really had a good season up to this point.
Yeah, he has. And, that's one of those things where typically you look at a punter and you look at his punting average. You're thinking that's going to tell you how good he is, but it doesn't always tell the story.
1st and 10 for the Mules at their 17-yard line, rolling right side Bowles. As he's pressured, will be brought down. Eskew over in the area. Also coming to help out was Nick Hess, and this will bring up 2nd down and long for the Mules.
Yeah, I think Central was going to just try to run the clock out here, but Northwest is going to use their timeouts on defense to see if they can get 3 quick stops.
43 seconds left in the first half. Northwest Missouri State 14, Central Missouri 3. Back in a minute on the Bearcat Radio Network. 2nd down and 12 for Central Missouri. Ball at their 11-yard line. Northwest in front 14-3. Back to passes. Bowles as he throws, wants to go deep. Pass is tipped and incomplete. As it was a little bit underthrown, Northwest had an opportunity at perhaps an interception that time, but pass incomplete, and this will bring up 3rd down and 12.
Very interesting play call there by Central, because by throwing the ball, you have a chance of throwing the interception, which they almost did, and with it falling incomplete, that stops the clock, meaning Northwest gets to save a timeout if they want to try to go for the end zone a couple of times if they can get a stop here on 3rd down.
36 seconds left in the second quarter, 14-3. Northwest Missouri State in front. From the 16-yard line of the Mules, out of the pistol formation, Brooke Bowles. Play action. Now they go with the handoff instead on the left side. Trying to get out left is Wilkerson. Races toward the sideline and gets out of bounds at the 17-yard line.
So another mistake there. That saves another timeout for Northwest. With him going out of bounds, that stops the clock. Had he just even slid down in bounds and taken the loss, you force Northwest to use another timeout. And so now Central going to have to punt. Bearcats with 2 timeouts in their pocket.
And Davidson will take the snap near his 2-yard line as Bain drops back at the 35 of the Bearcats to try to return this with 29 seconds left in the second quarter. Play clock down to 5. Snap, they go after the block and just gets rid of it. Ball will go out of bounds at the 35-yard line in Northwest territory as Bain fields it out of bounds. So Northwest will have the ball 1st and 10 from their 35-yard line with 22 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, there's a lot of field in front of them, but there's still a lot of options for Northwest here with those 2 timeouts and just 22 seconds to play in the half.
14-3, Northwest Missouri State in front of Central Missouri. Interception return for a touchdown by Jacob Gassman and a 10-yard touchdown pass from Martin to Grove, the 2 scores for Northwest. And for the Mules, they countered with a 29-yard field goal by Alex Langer, and that's where we stand right now, 14-3 with 22 seconds left, and now the Bearcats look to go to a knee as the snap comes back to Zach Martin, takes it and goes down to a knee, and they'll just run out the clock. So the Bearcats are going to the locker room at halftime with a 14-3 lead over Central Missouri in the Fall Classic at Arrowhead. We need to take a timeout before we go to our halftime activities. We'll be back right after this 90-second timeout on the Bearcat Radio Network. Back at Arrowhead Stadium, it's the Fall Classic at Arrowhead. Northwest Missouri State in front of Central Missouri 14-3 as halftime coming to a close. We owe you a station break. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Bearcat Radio Network. Some other finals around the MIAA this afternoon. Fort Hays State comes from behind to defeat Lindenwood 38-35. Fort Hays State, the other team besides the Bearcats, undefeated going into this weekend's action in the MIAA. Missouri Western, a winner over Northeastern State 65-17. Final score, it was Washburn defeating Pittsburgh State 35-20. And as we check scores here late in the fourth quarter, Central Oklahoma and Emporia State. Emporia State was up 52-45. Let's see if we can get an update on that. It looks like that has, we don't have an update on that right now, but at 2 minutes left in the game, Emporia State was up on Central Oklahoma 52-45. And into the fourth quarter, Nebraska Kearney in front of Missouri Southern 9-0. And here again, it's 14-3. Northwest Missouri State in front of Central Missouri as we get ready for second half play.
Yeah, I think we were talking with Jenny James, our sideline reporter, at halftime, talking about just how hot it's been on the far side where the Northwest team sideline is, as well as the Bearcat fans. And I think the Bearcat fans are ready for some shade. It's been pretty warm, and the Central Missouri sideline and side of the field has been in the shade since the start of the game. So maybe some relief coming for some Bearcat fans over on the far side.
It's one of the advantages of being the home team, whether it's the Chiefs or whoever has the home team in this event.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, if you're Central today, it's even more helpful wearing the black uniforms and the all-black helmets today. But you know, for the players, they're not too worried about it. But fans, they're the ones that want to enjoy the game in comfort. And it's just about got most of the Northwest side covered, but still a little bit of distance to go.
Matt, I think we've got an update now on that Emporia Central Oklahoma game. The score I had Emporia up 42-45 with 2 minutes left in the game. Central Oklahoma comes back and wins 53-52. So 2 weeks in a row, Emporia State has had two heartbreaking losses.
Man, that's too bad. That's been a team that's been fun to watch improve year after year under Garen Higgins. And you know, you thought this was going to be a great year for them, but these last 2 weeks just have to be heartbreaking after losing a heartbreaker last week to Central Missouri late.
Wonder how that the last place turned out in this one.
Oh, boy. I don't know. I'm almost afraid to find out.
Oh, man. Well, we've got a half of football to go here. It's a 14-3 Bearcat lead, but, Matt, a lot of football left to be played.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, nothing has been decided here. Yeah, the Cats got to enjoy a halftime lead, but this ball game is close enough that it has definitely not been decided, and there's a lot of work left to do for these two teams.
Bearcats will kick off to start the third quarter as they go from our left to our right. Again, as Matt mentioned, the field completely in shadow now from the west stands. And Northwest Missouri State with the 14-3 lead as they will go from our left to our right in this third quarter. Ball teed up at the 35-yard line. Turner and Hunt back deep to try to return this kick as Garner gets into it. A short end-over-end kick, fielded at the 2-yard line near the left hash, out to the 15, between the hashes at the 17-yard line, and that will be where Central Missouri will take over 1st and 10 to start this third quarter, as it was Hunt trying to return that one out and gets out to about decent return, but still good coverage downfield for the Bearcats as Central Missouri will have a 1st and 10 from their 18. Mules slowly coming out to the line of scrimmage from their sideline. Again, Northwest in front 14-3.
Anytime on a kickoff you can hold them inside the 25-yard line, that's a plus, because if you kick it in the end zone and it's a touchback, it comes out to the 25, so Northwest doing a good job there on the first kickoff of the second half.
3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right side. Bowles at quarterback for the Mules. And he's back to pass on first down. Wants to go deep right side. Overthrown. Incomplete at 35-yard line near the Bearcat sideline there. Again, trying to go down the right sideline and find Jalen Zachary. Overthrown. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
And Coach Wright absolutely livid because Zachary pushed off on Marcus Jones to get space between the two. Pushed Jones all the way out of the play, and it was right in front of Coach Wright. The ball well overthrown, though, as we've seen Bowles off target quite a bit today.
Receiver to each side on 2nd and 10 for the Mules from their 18-yard line. Operating out of the shotgun formation is back to pass. Wants to dump it out of the backfield. Pass is caught. Turner with the catch. Tries to turn at the line of scrimmage and will pick up maybe a yard on the play as that was flushed out wide. And this will bring up 3rd down and 8 coming up for the Mules.
Great job and effort by Ben Altoff to get to the outside to make that play. The tight end was over there trying to get a block on Altoff and just could not get a piece of him. Altoff got over there and made a big hit.
He's had a big game so far. 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 8 for the Mules. 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Out of the shotgun formation, Bowles is back to pass. As pressure comes in, steps up in the pocket. Now will scramble right side. He tucks in and runs. Has some room at the 25 between the hashes to the 30. Breaks a tackle. He's at the 35 and near the 39-yard line. He'll have a 1st down for Northwest as he is forced out of the pocket. Lane and Hess come over to help make the tackle for the Bearcats, but a 1st down run for Central Missouri, and Brooke Bowles being flushed out of the pocket.
Boy, so frustrating because everybody did such a good job defensively on that play. The one thing you didn't have is a spy on the quarterback, and so he found some open space, but other than that, great coverage downfield once again.
20-yard run for the 1st down to the 40-yard line. 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left for the Mules. Northwest in front, 14-3. Rolling right side, Bowles looks, throws, caught Zachary with the catch. He's run out of bounds on the Bearcat sideline at the 44-yard line.
Marcus Jones able to force him out to keep the big gain after the catch, but he was wide open.
Gains 4, 2nd and 6 as the Mules quickly to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left side. Bowles out of the pistol. He has Devontae Turner behind him and now moves out of the pistol and will line up to the right of Bowles in the backfield. Bowles pump fakes once, wants to look on the near sideline left. The pass is caught, reaching up and bringing it down and getting out of bounds near the 29-yard line. Reception goes to Kyrian Parker.
That pump fake worked just a little bit on Anthony Lane, but that's all they needed it to work just a little bit. The ball underthrown just a shade, and Lane a little bit off balance there as he came back to the ball to make the grab.
27-yard pass reception. 1st and 10 for the Mules to the 29-yard line of the Bearcats. The first possession of the 3rd quarter. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left side. Mules go on the ground this time. Handoff goes to Turner up the middle, breaks off in 1 tackle and will be cut from behind and down. As there to make the tackle was Jake Brinkman for Northwest, but it'll be a gain of 6 on that run play. So 2nd down coming up. 2nd and a long 6. Wide to the right side. 2 receivers, 1 to the left side. Back to pass is Bowles. Has time, wants to throw, and it's tipped up in the air and incomplete near the 6-yard line. Trying to go off that right side and pass incomplete. And this will bring up 2nd down going into double coverage.
Marcus Jones able to get his hands on the football, but just couldn't quite come down with it. But he was right there in front of the receiver in perfect position.
Jalen Zachary, the intended receiver, brings up 3rd down. 3rd and officially 5 at the 24-yard line of the Bearcats. 14-3, Northwest Missouri stayed in front. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left side. Out of the pistol formation, Bowles back to pass. Flag falls, looks to throw. It's caught at the 12-yard line and brought down right there, but we do have a penalty marker down as that reception went to Wesley Thomas, but
that was a free play for Central Missouri. Another offsides against that Northwest defensive line.
Going against Caleb Mather of the Bearcats. But with the receptions down to the 12-yard line, 1st and 10 for Central Missouri off the free play as Wesley Thomas was able to come up with that pass reception. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left side. Turner behind the quarterback out of the pistol formation. Play clock at 13 seconds. Now they break out of that. Turner will move to the left of the quarterback balls. He takes the snap. Now here comes pressure. Caught from behind. Drop back at the 22-yard line. And there to make the play for Northwest, Bobby Grunlow getting the sack, the senior out of Palmyra, Missouri.
And that's one of the things that's frustrating about the offsides for the defensive line is they've been able to dominate this offensive line from Central Missouri. They don't need that extra, just a little bit of a jump on the snap. Just watch for the ball, dominate the guy in front of you, and you're going to be able to pick up a sack like we see from Grunlow there.
Second down coming up, and 18 for the Mules. Three receivers tight right, one left. Back to passes. Ball steps up the pocket, looks toward the left sideline, and in the end zone it goes incomplete. About 5 yards into the end zone off that left side. Again, going incomplete, and this will bring up now third down as they try to get that pass to Kyrian Parker once again, the junior out of Webster, Texas.
And both quarterbacks having a little bit of trouble with the touch on the deep ball today.
Big third down play coming up for the Mules. Northwest in front 14-3. Ball's on the Northwest 20-yard line. It is 3rd and 18. Receiver to each side. Central Missouri in their all-black look with the jerseys and the pants and the helmet with the numerals trimmed in red. Back to pass. Balls looks to right side. Being flushed out of the pocket. Will run it and is caught from behind as he gets near the 17-yard line. Altoff in the area and also Mather to help make that play, and this will bring up fourth down. So fourth down for Central Missouri.
As tempting as it probably is for Jim Svoboda, an offensive guy, to go for it on fourth down and try to get in the end zone. You can't give up points in a close game.
This ball will be placed near the right hash at the 24-yard line. So a 34-yard attempt coming up for Alex Langer, who connected from a 29 earlier in this game. Missed also a long one in the first half. The ball's down. The kick is on the way, and end over end kick is good. So Langer with his second field goal of the game makes it a 14-6 Northwest Missouri State lead over Central Missouri. We'll be back and have more for you from Arrowhead Stadium right after this 1-minute timeout on the Bearcat Radio Network. Central Missouri with their second possession of the third quarter. Their first possession resulted in 3 points for the Mules. It's a 14-6 Northwest lead over Central Missouri on 1st and 10. Back to pass. Balls rolls right as he's pressured, just throws it away as he throws the ball right into the Bearcat sideline as the Mules taking over on this drive. 1st and 10 from their 39-yard line.
Yeah, never got a chance to set up. He was backpedaling that entire time, and the pressure coming in a hurry.
Second down and 10. Mules will send 3 receivers wide to the left. One of those, Zachary, will go in motion left to right. Back to passes. Bowles on play action. Steps up from pocket, wants to go deep down the middle of the field. Pass is caught at the 20-yard line to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, into the end zone for the touchdown as it goes to Seth Abear, a junior receiver from St. Louis.
And really the coverage was there, but just a good effort by Aber to keep concentration on the football and make the grab. And I'm sure we'll see Central go for 2 here to try to tie it up.
14-12, Northwest Missouri State in front.
Well, they're showing that they're going to attempt to kick here, but
they line up with Langer up for the point after kick. He came into this game 12 of 16 on PAT, so hasn't exactly been automatic for Langer on point afters. Ball down. Kick is on the way. The end over and kick is good. So it's now a 14-13 game. Northwest Missouri State in front of Central Missouri. 8:53 left in the third quarter. Mules on their first 2 possessions of the third quarter have scored on a field goal and now a touchdown. We're back and have more for you from Arrowhead Stadium right after this timeout, for this 1-minute timeout on the Bearcat Radio Network. For Central Missouri, a 2-play, 61-yard drive, and it was a 61-yard touchdown pass from Burke Bowles to Seth Abear, and makes it a 14-13 game. Northwest Missouri State in front of Central Missouri. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Bearcat Radio Network. Along with Matt Gordon and Jenny James, I'm John Coffey. Creamer Sansone is our studio engineer. Let's go downstairs, check in quickly with Jenny.
That last play happened right in front of me, and Jake he was facing his receiver. He wasn't playing the ball, and so he just completely lost track of it.
And Bear was there to come up with the catch, get into the end zone eventually, and make it a 1-point game with the point after. 14-13, Northwest Missouri State with the lead in front of Central Missouri. And now with another short kick, and this will be a fair catch called near the 43-yard line. So Central Missouri not going to the deep return men for kickoff return men for the Bearcats, and the Cats will get the ball in pretty good field position.
Yeah, it's called respect right there. They know those guys are dangerous, and although they're still dangerous because, I mean, even on a good return, you usually don't get out to midfield unless it's a great return, and Northwest starting with it at the 43. Hey, those return guys did their job, even though they weren't anywhere near the football.
1-point game, Northwest in front 14-13. And Northwest on 1st and 10 from their 43. They go with handoff off the left side of the offensive line. Gain of 2, maybe 3 on that, as this will bring up 2nd down for Northwest.
Tell you what, this Thompson guy is going to be a fun guy to watch over the next 4 years. They wanted to redshirt him and have him play 4 years, but we saw injuries, or we have seen injuries at that running back spot that forced him into action a little bit sooner, but he's a very, very talented back.
Coaching staff feels he may be one of the best in Bearcat history when all is said and done. Rolling to the right side, Martin looks to throw on the near right side. Pass is dropped, intended for Bain. Now here comes the flag, a late flag coming up. This should be coming up on the Mules.
That's one thing that you don't want to get too cocky about a play like Josh Terry did right there. He was making a big deal about how he was able to knock that complete. You better make sure you're not going to get called for a penalty before you start doing stuff like that.
Terry, a freshman redshirt out of Broadview, Illinois. I'm sure Coach Sabota and also Wes Bell, the defensive coordinator, will be talking to him a little bit about that. 1st and 10 for Northwest. Ball at the 46-yard line, now in Mule territory. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left side. And they go with the Wildcat. The snap comes back to Anderson. Ravian Anderson trying to roll left side and gets to the 45 to the 44-yard line. Picks up a couple yards, and this will bring up 2nd down for Northwest. Using Anderson as the Wildcat hasn't really developed into big plays yet, but boy, he gives you a threat there with his speed.
Yeah, the one thing with the Wildcat, and it doesn't matter who's running it, you need to be able to do more than just have the guy who takes the snap run with the ball to make it effective.
2nd down and 8. Martin back at quarterback. Handoff goes to Grove, breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, fights his way forward, and will get near the 43-yard line before he was wrapped up. And this will bring up 3rd and long for Northwest. It will be 3rd and 7 coming up for the Bearcats. So the ball at the 43-yard line of Central Missouri. Northwest holding on to a 1-point lead, 14-13. 7:15 left in the 3rd quarter. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left side on 3rd and long. Play clock at 7 seconds. As the snap comes back to Martin, wants to throw on the far side, caught by Bishop. He'll have the 1st down, and he's out of bounds at the 30-yard line as he steps out of bounds on the Bearcat sideline, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, it was a great route by Bishop. He cut toward the inside. Montez Lattimore thought he was going to run a quick slant. He stopped on a dime, went toward the outside. Lattimore wasn't going to be able to catch up with him, and a good 1st down pickup there by Northwest.
13 yards in the 1st down to the 30-yard line of the Mules. Ball on the left hash. Northwest from our left to our right at Arrowhead Stadium in this 3rd quarter. And on the handoff, Brody McMahon gets the carry, tries to sweep out left, turns the corner at the 25-yard line, and will step out of bounds right inside the 25. That'll be a gain of nearly 5 yards on a 1st down run by Brody McMahon.
He tried to keep inbounds, but had gotten bumped and just couldn't keep his balance inside the sideline.
2nd down, let's call it 4 now for Northwest. They place it at the 24-yard line. Northwest holding on to a 1-point lead. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left side. Grove goes in motion left to right. And on the ground right side this time. Getting the carry, McMahon. He's stacked up and then with his legs keeps churning and was able to pick up a couple extra yards before Trifinu Taylor, a senior from St. Louis and a nose guard, makes the tackle. This will bring up 3rd and less than 1 for Northwest. Ball at the 21-yard line.
I think this is a big opportunity for a potential play action, big play for Northwest.
So 3rd down, less than 1. Ball between the hashes at the 21-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right side. Wilson, the tight end, goes in motion right to left. And on the handoff, they will be close, but I don't think they'll pick up the first down as they went with the handoff to Jordan Grove. He'll be stood up, and this will bring up 4th down after a loss of around 1. But the pushing back of Grove. So this will bring up 4th down from the 22-yard line.
That's why I was thinking maybe something play action would be good, because we saw it earlier in the ball game that the Mules sold out on the run on a 3rd and short, and he had one-on-one coverage on the outside, and they did the same thing there. The Cats trying to run the ball, and the Mules were all over it.
And Northwest on 4th and 1 will elect to try a field goal attempt. This will be placed down at the 29, a 39-yard attempt coming up for Brett Garner.
They're going to have to hustle.
Baker will hold. As the play clock winding down to 0, do they get the timeout? So a timeout by Northwest before the play clock ran down. So Northwest Missouri State gets the timeout. We'll take a break as well with 4:48 left in the 3rd quarter. Northwest 14, Central Missouri 13. Back in a minute on the Bearcat Radio Network. On 4th and 2, again, Northwest going for a field goal attempt here with the ball placed at the 29-yard line on the right hash. This will be a 39-yard attempt for Brett Garner, as long this year's been a 46 yards. Baker to hold, ball down, kick is on the way, and it will be short. I don't know if it was blocked or not, but it did not come anywhere close, and Central Missouri able to hold, and the Mules will take over 1st and 10.
Momentum really swinging Central Missouri's way here after getting a couple of scores in this 3rd quarter and then getting a stop there on the attempted field goal, or at the very least, just slowing down and forcing the field goal attempt. Central right now with all the momentum.
For Garner now 5 of 12 on field goal attempts this season. 1st and 10 for the Mules. They will take over at the 22-yard line in their own territory. Northwest in front 14-13 with 4:43 left in the 3rd quarter. Mules scored on their first 2 possessions of the 3rd quarter on a field goal and a touchdown. And on the 1st and 10, Bowles will keep it as he tries to go up the middle, and we'll get to the 25-yard line. A flag is down as well. Initially, it looked like the handoff would go to Kyrion Park, who went in motion left to right. Bowles decided to go up the middle, and we do have a penalty marker down. And this will go against Central Missouri. Move the ball back to the 17-yard line. Ball off the left hash. 1st and 15 now for the Mules. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left side. Bowles out of the pistol this time. Play clock down to 9 seconds. Bowles back to pass. Pass time, looks on the near left side. Pass is caught at the 37-yard line and out of bounds near the 40-yard line. As they got it to Seth Hebert. Hebert caught a 61-yard pass for a touchdown earlier. Comes up with another big reception. This one out to the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 for Central Missouri after a 24-yard pass reception. Quick snap. They go with a pitch on the right side as a flag falls. Turner trying to sweep out to the right will be brought down, but we do have a penalty marker down as to try to get out to the right.
I'm wondering what the way one of the Northwest defenders is getting up. That's what I was just about to say. At the end of that play, it took a little bit of time for Ben Spaeth to get off the turf, and his knees aren't feeling well, and that usually means a chop block was involved.
Penalty mark off back to the 21-yard line. 1st down for Central Missouri, now 1st and 25. Jalen Zachary goes wide to the right side. 2 receivers to the near side as well. And play action. Balls wants to look back left side as they set up a screen to Turner out of the backfield. He'll be brought down near the 23-yard line. Altoff there to help make the tackle as a couple other Bearcats in the general vicinity as well, and this will bring up second down and long.
Both teams have been called for 6 penalties, but Central Missouri's have been for much more yards. Central's been called for 113 yards in penalties, just 40 yards against Northwest. Half of those have been offsides calls against the Bearcats.
Mules have been penalized a lot this season. Over 83 yards per game coming into today. On second and long, back to pass is Bowles. Wants to air it out deep down the middle of the field, overthrown near midfield. Pass incomplete as Wesley Thomas, the intended receiver. And this will bring up third down and 27. So another big third down play coming up for Central Missouri.
You talk about penalties, a lot of times can be drive killers, but Central Missouri was in a perfect position to gain some huge momentum over, and just talking about the entire game, but that 15-yard penalty, if Northwest can get a stop here on third down, change that opportunity for the Mules.
Third and 27 coming up for Central. Back to pass is Bowles. Here comes pressure as he will be flushed out of the pocket. Rolls left side, cut from behind, and will be brought down at the 23-yard line.
That was just great effort there by Blake Green coming from the inside, and Bowles trying to stumble his way, find a little bit of a hole. Green was able to get him around the ankles and bring him down, the freshman out of Bradenton, Florida.
And this will bring up fourth down and long for Central Missouri. Ball on their 23-yard line, 4th and 28. Here comes the punt, and it's an end-over-end punt. Takes a bounce at the 40-yard line, and it goes past Tatum and will roll down to the 24. Down to the 24-yard line, where Northwest will have it 1st and 10 with a 1-point lead, 14-13, as they lead Central Missouri with 2:21 left in the third quarter. The Bearcats coming out to the line of scrimmage directly from the sideline, with 2:21 left in this third quarter. Northwest holding on to that 14-13 lead.
That was a 53-yard punt. Davidson absolutely pummeled that football.
At the 24, 1st and 10. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left side. Now Anderson goes in motion right to left, takes the forward pitch, wants to turn the corner, and he's caught from behind and will be brought down. Oh, it looks like he didn't touch the turf, or did he? As he pops back up, tries to pick up some extra yardage.
No, he didn't. He landed on top of the defender, and since he did not actually hit the turf, he came back to his feet, and he picks up a first down after it looked like he was going to be tackled for about a 2 or 3 yard gain.
Got an injured Mule right now, slow to get up near the 28-yard line, but good job of running by Daravian Anderson. After lining up as a wide receiver that time, went in motion and took that forward pitch as he went down the line and turns the corner off the left side. And the Mule player coming off to the central sideline under his own power here. Brings up first down for Northwest. Ball just shy of the 35-yard line in Bearcat territory with 2:09 left in the third quarter. Northwest in front, 14-13. Two receivers right, 1 to the left side. From the 35-yard line, Martin takes the snap out of the shotgun. Straight drop as half time. Wants to go deep on the near right sideline for Bain, and it is caught. He brings it in at the 25-yard line. Was able to stay in bounds at the 24. Great catch by Bain on the central sideline.
Yeah, that was an absolutely tough catch. It was thrown to the outside shoulder. He was looking over the inside shoulder, got himself spun around, caught it as he was backpedaling, and kept his feet in bounds. Great job by Bain.
Was able to get about a step on Franklin Hunt, who was on the coverage defensively. This will bring up first down for Northwest after a 40-yard pass completion. Ball at the 25-yard line of the Mules. Quick pass behind the line of scrimmage to Bishop. Now wants to go and throw the ball. Goes incomplete near the 12-yard line. Trying to find Grove at the middle of the field as they went with a pass behind the line of scrimmage to Bishop, who played quarterback in high school. And unfortunately, pass goes incomplete trying to find Grove.
Yeah, after that lateral, he had Grove wide open, but it's one of those things, he knew how wide open Grove was, and he just got himself in a little bit of a hurry to get rid of that ball and try to get it to him too quick.
Two receivers go to the left side, one to the right side on second down and 10 for the Bearcats from the 25 of the Mules. Northwest in front 14-13. And ball is knocked loose off the handoff, and it rolls and still loose on the turf. It'll be recovered by Central Missouri at the 25-yard line. A little trouble off with the connection on the handoff. Ball pops loose, and the Mules will recover at the 25. So Northwest, which doesn't turn the ball over often, turnover there after getting some momentum driving down, but the Mules will pick it up at the 25-yard line as the ball again rolled loose a couple of times as it popped on the ground, and then you saw a couple of Mules dive after it, and the Mules recover at the 25-yard line.
Well, that time Chase White, who was going to take the handoff, got a little bit jumpy because there was some pressure coming right as he was supposed to take the football, and he was got his hands up almost like he was going to block, and that's when the ball popped loose.
Looks like Devin Smith recovered it for the Mules at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for Central Missouri. Out of the shotgun, Bulls. Handoff goes off the right side. Not a lot there as getting the carry that time was Colby Wilkerson. And this will bring up 2nd down and 9. Defensive end Austin Eskew to make the tackle for Northwest. 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 now for the Mules from their 26. Just under a minute left in the third quarter. Northwest holding on to a 14-13 lead. 3 receivers go to the right side. Bowles takes the snap. Handoff goes up the middle and to the about the 25-27-yard line, trying to fight to get back to the line of scrimmage as Wilkerson again gets the carry. 28 seconds left in the third quarter.
So another big third down here. We saw a big third down earlier in this quarter that Central Missouri was able to pick up a big first down on and eventually score, and now Northwest with a chance to get a stop here on third down and try to keep the turnover from hurting them.
3rd and 7. From their 28-yard line, back to pass. Balls wants to throw. Pass goes incomplete on the central sideline, the near left sideline here, near the 34-yard line. Zachary, the intended receiver, laying on the coverage. Pass incomplete, brings up 4th down for the Mules.
Well, earlier we saw the pass play by Northwest where Bishop went inside and then went back to the outside. That was the same route that time around for Central Missouri. The difference is Bishop caught his ball. That was a flat drop.
4th and 7 for Central Missouri. Davison to punt once again. Good snap. Rush comes in, and he gets it away. Spirals this one, booms it. Backpedaling is Bain as he will call the fair catch at the 17-yard line off the right hash.
But we've got a flag down, and Northwest may get called for hitting the punter here.
And it's running into the kicker. Be a 5-yard penalty.
Not enough for a first down, so my guess is Central will probably wave it off because that was one heck of a punt. Go ahead and decline that and take that result, and that's what they're going to do.
Where we're seeing both punters today have good games for both of these teams. Breaking the action, Northwest Missouri State, they've got the lead 14-13 as they lead Central Missouri as the third quarter comes to a close. We'll get ready for fourth quarter play right after this 2-minute timeout on the Bearcat Radio Network.
Today's game is being underwritten by the Northwest Foundation, providing support for the Northwest Alumni Association and the university's funding needs since 1971. More information is available on Facebook or online at nwmissouri.edu/alumni.
On 1st and 10 as we go to the fourth quarter, Northwest keeps it on the ground as they have 1st and 10 from their 18-yard line. And the handoff goes to Grove. Grove tries to fight his way to the 20, and this will bring up 2nd down and 8 for Northwest. Bearcats in front 14-13 as they lead Central Missouri. Northwest scored the first 14 points of the game. Since that time, Central Missouri's come back to score 13. And again, the Cats up by 1 as we go to the fourth quarter. On 2nd down and 8 for Northwest. Zach Martin out of the shotgun formation. It's back to pass. Wants to throw down the middle of the field, and it's overthrown. Bain, the intended receiver, near the 32-yard line between the hashes. Overthrown, goes incomplete.
Bain running a crossing route there, and Martin throwing a deep ball. So one of the two not on the same page, or not on the right page. They weren't on the same page.
Injured Central Missouri player, and while they tend to that, Let's go downstairs, check in with Jenny James.
Yeah, the intensity has changed on the sideline, John. The coaches are acting a little different, and you can just tell the energy has changed just a little bit this half.
And I imagine it is very intense right now.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about a 1-point game. Northwest did not score in the third quarter. Central with a couple of scores in the third quarter to make it a 1-point game. So the focus has got to be on point right now for both teams.
We're at Arrowhead Stadium, the Fall Classic at Arrowhead. Northwest Missouri stayed in front 14-13 as we just begin the fourth quarter here. Again, the athletic training staff tending to an injured Central Missouri player, and while they do that, let's take this 30-second time. Well, let's keep it right here. Looks like they may be getting him up now, so we'll have to just check before we take a break. But again, so we look down to trying to pick up the injured player for Central Missouri. He's now getting up and limping a little bit with that left leg, but looks to be coming off the field under his own power. So Central Missouri fans, that's got to be some good news.
Northwest actually being outgained right now in the game in terms of offensive yardage. 288 yards of offense for Central Missouri, 233 for Northwest. Of course, one of the two touchdowns for the Bearcats was an interception return for a touchdown.
Injured player, the nose guard, Trifinu Taylor for Central Missouri. As seniors had a couple big tackles in this game. It's now third down and 8 coming up for Northwest. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right side. Martin at quarterback out of the shotgun formation. Big third down play for the Bearcats, looking at a 3-man front out of Central Missouri. Back to pass as pressure comes in. Hit as he wants to throw the ball, and it goes incomplete at the 20-yard line. Nearly picked off at the 20. The pass was intended for Bain at the 20-yard line, but it'll go incomplete.
Yeah, that ball was in the air for a long time getting over to the sideline, and Bain was wide open when the ball was released, but by the time the football got there, Bain was no longer wide open as the coverage closed in on him. And we just about saw an interception, which may have been a pick six by Austin Miller, but he couldn't come up with the football.
Zachary back deep to return this punt by Thorman as the whistles blow and flag falls as he tries to boot this one away. False start coming up against Northwest. Fourth quarter just underway. Northwest up by 1 point, 14-13 as they lead Central Missouri. Penalty will back Thorman up to his goal line to try to boot this one away. And this fourth quarter, Northwest going from our right to our left. Jalen Zachary moves up to midfield to try to return this punt by Thorman. Good snap, no rush, bobbles it. Fortunate no rush, gets rid of the punt. And a fair catch called by Zachary as he backpedals to the 46-yard line where Central Missouri will have it 1st and 10 to start this drive in this fourth quarter with Northwest Missouri State in front 14-13. We're back right after this 30-second timeout on the Bearcat Radio Network.
Support for the Bearcats comes from Northwest Cell, located at 1218 South Main in Maryville. Along with nationwide coverage, Northwest Cell carries a full line of iPhones, iPads, and Androids. More information on plans and devices is at nwmcell.com.
Support for the Bearcat Radio Network comes from the Maryville Daily Forum, providing local news, sports, and information Monday through Friday, and news updates throughout the day at MaryvilleDailyForum.com. More at 660-562-2424.
On 1st and 10 for the Mules. Play action going on the left side of the 25-yard line. Pass is cut and down to about the 24-yard line as they went with the pass play to Kyrian Parker, able to haul it in traffic and pick up a long first down for Central Missouri.
Yeah, Anthony Lane was on coverage. He was right there, but went just a little bit past the receiver.
Yeah, it looks like we got a flag down. This will go against the Mules.
So that really hurts the Mules. It looks like it's only going to be a 5-yard mark-off, but that gain was to the 30-yard line in Northwest Territory, actually the 25-yard line in Northwest Territory, and now they're all the way back in their own territory.
At the 42-yard line, 1st and 15 for the Mules. Northwest holding on to that 14-13 lead. 13:48 left in the game. Ball's back to pass. Has time. Fires it down the middle of the field. It goes incomplete at the 35-yard line. Pass a little bit overthrown trying to get it to a Bear who tried to reach up with his right hand, couldn't bring it down, and this will bring up second down and 15.
Jacob Gassman, pretty good shot on him as well, but yeah, the ball not only behind him, but a little bit tall as well.
So second and 15 for the Mules from the 42-yard line in Central Territory. Northwest with a 1-point lead, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right side. Ball's out of the shotgun. Play action, they want to swing it out of the backfield. Pass is caught. Turner with the catch. Has a blocker in front of him at midfield. Now being pushed out of bounds on the far side. Lane, the final one to push him out of bounds on the Bearcat sideline, short of a first down.
And Edward Ritchie doing a good job getting off of a block to slow him up so that his momentum wouldn't keep carrying him upfield, allowing Lane to come up and finish him off.
At the 49-yard line of the Bearcats, Central Missouri will have it third down and 6. Brett Bowles at quarterback. Looks over at the central sideline, relays the play to his offensive lineman, now steps back, will line up out of the shotgun formation with Turner to his left. Back to pass is Bowles. A three-step drop, wants to throw on the near side. Pass is incomplete at the 35-yard line. Throwing into tight coverage. Marcus Jones was on the coverage and reached up and had a hand on the ball as the pass intended for Wesley Thomas.
Yeah, able to get his head turned, and he was right in front of the receiver, and that's one of the things a couple of times today we've seen from the defensive backfield is they've been all over the receiver, but just have not gotten their heads turned to see the football. That time Jones did and was able to knock it incomplete and force a punt from Central.
Zach Davidson to take the snap at his 36-yard line. Bain back at the 10 of Northwest to try to return this. Light rush this time. Punts it away from Bain and will take a bounce at the 25. Angle right to the 20, to the 15, and down to the 10, down to the 9-yard line. Another nice punt by Zach Davidson, bending the Bearcats to their 9-yard line as they will take over first and 10 on this drive. 12:46 left in the fourth quarter. Northwest Missouri State 14 and Central Missouri 13. We'll be back after this 90-second timeout on the Bearcat Radio Network. First and 10 for Northwest from their 9-yard line following the punt by Davidson to the Mules. Handoff goes left side. Thompson gets a carry as he tries to sweep out to the left, gets run out of bounds near the 15-yard line, trying to get that corner turned. And on a first down run, will step out of bounds at the 13 where his foot gets out of bounds. And this will bring up second and 6 after the 4-yard gain.
I think Thompson had a good cutback opportunity there that he missed out on, but again, that's something that he's a true freshman. We can't expect him to do everything right away. He's done some good things so far.
At the 13-yard line of the Bearcats, second down and 6. And a quick pass goes to Bain on the sideline left at the 20 and gets to the 23-yard line where he was tripped up. And that'll be a first down for Northwest. Getting out to the 22 where they place it down.
Wouldn't mind seeing Northwest just continue with the run and the short passes, eat a lot of time off of that clock, have a good solid drive here, and put a few points on the board and limit the opportunities for Central.
From the 22-yard line, first and 10 Northwest. Back to pass is Martin. Rolls right, wants to air it out deep on the right side, incomplete at midfield.
And another deep ball overthrown by Zach Martin.
This will bring up second and 10 for Northwest. And from their own 22-yard line, trying to go to Bain once again on that last pass play. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left side. From the 22, the Bearcats, second down and 10. 11:58 left in the game. Northwest 14, Central Missouri 13. Wilson in motion to the right side where they have 3 receivers right, 1 left. Northwest keeps it on the ground on the second and long with the handoff going right up the middle. And Brody McMahon getting the carry, picks up a couple, and this will bring up third down for Northwest. Third down, third and 8 for the Bearcats. Northwest this afternoon with the white helmets, the jerseys and the pants with the green numerals and the green Bearcat paw on their white helmet, facing a Central Missouri team dressed in all black with the red numerals. Third and 8 for Northwest. Another big third down play with Northwest holding on to a 1-point lead, 14-13. Out of the backfield, Grove goes in motion to the right side. Back to pass is Martin. Wants to throw on the right side. Pass is incomplete at the 45 in front of the Bearcat sideline. And again, going incomplete off that right side, trying to go deep. Bain was the intended receiver, couldn't come up with the catch, and this will bring up fourth down.
Yeah, he ended up backpedaling at the end of that play to try to catch it, and right as the ball got there, he got hit, and that jarred it loose, and Northwest is going to be forced to punt.
Darian Rhodes, the strong safety on the play defensively. Another punt for Matt Thorman. Zachary back at the 35 in his own territory as Thorman gets into this punt, spirals it out, and it's fielded over his shoulder by Zachary at the 25 off the left side. Now we'll try to run across the field to the right to the 20, and will be tripped up at the 20-yard line. So we'll get out to the 25 where Central Missouri will take over first and 10. Breaking the action with 10:57 left in the game. Northwest Missouri State 14, Central Missouri 13. Back in 90 seconds on the Bearcat Radio Network. Central Missouri with it, first and 10 from their 21-yard line. Bulls on play action will be hit from behind as he tries to get the path away. The ball is picked up on the left side, and Northwest Missouri State will recover it as coming from the blind side on the blitz that time was Anthony Lane with a hit, and then the recovery of the fumble.
Absolutely huge right there. We talked in the pregame how important turnovers are in a game that can potentially be a close game, which this one obviously is. Each team had turned it over once. And now, not only is this a turnover, but it's deep in Mules territory and a huge opportunity here for Northwest.
From the 13-yard line, first and 10 Northwest on the Mule 13. Northwest up by 1 point, 14-13. Three receivers to the right side, one to the left side. Shotgun formation for Martin. And they will go on the ground as the handoff goes up the middle. As McMahon gets the carry, it will get to the 12-yard line, bringing up second down for Northwest. So second down coming up after a 2-yard gain. Second and 8 for the Bearcats.
Boy, you really want to see the Cats take advantage to the tune of a touchdown here with this one and make both of the turnovers for Central Missouri result in touchdowns for the Cats.
Two receivers to the right side. Bishop is wide right. Slot to the right side is Bain. Out of the shotgun formation is Zach Martin. He has Wilson who in his backfield on the left side. Now will move in motion and line up a slot to the left side. Back to pass is Martin. Rolls right. Continues to roll right. A flag falls. He just throws it away off the right side of the end zone, but we do have a penalty marker down.
Yeah, where that one's thrown, typically a hold is going to be called.
And that will go on the center, Chase Thomas for Northwest. 6'3" junior out of Smithville, whose high school team had a big win last night over the Maryville Spoofhounds. Big penalty here, though. This will be marked back to the 21-yard line and bring up second down and 18. Two receivers to the right side, two to the left side. Grove lining up to the left of the quarterback, Martin, who's in the shotgun formation. Again, a three-man front out of Central Missouri. Play clock down to 8 seconds. Snap comes back. Martin wants to throw a quick slant on the right side. Goes incomplete at the 15-yard line. Pass intended for Alec Tatum, the freshman redshirt out of Huntsville, Texas. And this will bring up third down for Northwest.
We've seen several times today where the timing of the defensive backs for Central Missouri have been very good, and that was the case because that hit Tatum right in the hands, right at the numbers, and he was hit immediately as the football got there, and that kept him from making the catch.
Joshua Terry on the coverage defensively. This will bring up third down and 18 from the 21-yard line of Central Missouri. Northwest up by 1 point, 14-13. Two receivers right, two to the left side. Anderson out of the backfield goes in motion right. They look back left side. Pass caught at line of scrimmage by Grove. Grove trying to fight forward. We'll get to about the 17-yard line. We'll be bringing up fourth down and around 13 for Northwest.
And they're going to end up having to attempt a field goal here, and that holding penalty. Northwest hasn't been penalized a lot today, but that one definitely hurts.
Ball placed at the 17-yard line where it is fourth down and 14. They will put the ball down for the field goal attempt here at the 24-yard line near the left hash. So a 34-yard attempt coming up for Brett Garner to try to increase the Bearcat lead. Ball down. Kick is on the way. Has the distance, and it is good. So Garner connects to increase the Bearcat lead. Northwest Missouri State now leads Central Missouri 17-13 with 9:07 left in the game. We'll be back to Arrowhead Stadium right after this 1-minute timeout on the Bearcat Radio Network. Bearcats able to take advantage of a fumble recovery. Their drive was 4 plays for -4 yards, but they got a 34-yard field goal by Brett Garner to give Northwest a 17-13 lead over Central Missouri with 9:07 left in the fourth quarter. Garner will tee it up at the 35, gets into the kick at the 5-yard line, fielded and angles out to the 10, out to the 15, to the 20, now out to the 22-yard line, as on the carry was Franklin, or return was Franklin Hunt, getting out to near the 22, where Central Missouri will have it 1st and 10. With Matt Gorder and Jenny James, I'm John Coffey. Let's go downstairs, check in with Jenny.
Yeah, the Northwest coaches are really trying to get the players pumped back up again and get the crowd involved, because it kind of went dead there for a little bit, but they're definitely trying to get everybody pumped back in this game.
Matt Gorder, big field goal by Northwest.
Yeah, it was. Now the defense just needs to keep Central out of the end zone, because that's all that's really going to hurt you in terms of trying to final score the way it sits right now. But that field goal keeps a field goal from beating you at this point in time. But 9 minutes is a lot. It sure feels like a lot of time.
Oh, no doubt. 17-13, Northwest Missouri State in front. Bowles at quarterback for the Mules. He's quarterback the entire way. Takes the snap out of the shotgun. Quick slant across the middle at the 28-yard line is caught with the reception as they went across to Kyle Eccles, a senior of O'Fallon, Missouri, came up with the big catch. And that will be out to right around the 28-yard line. So a gain of 6. 2nd and 4 coming up for the Mules. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left side. Brooke Bowles at quarterback out of the pistol formation. They go on the ground. Handoff goes to Wilkerson. Tries to go off right side. Will have the first down past the 35 and gets to the 36-yard line. Mules pick up the first down. Ritchie there to make the stop. A strong safety, a senior out of Kirkwood, Missouri. But it is a first down for Central Missouri. Ball at the 37-yard line. Northwest with a 17-13 lead over the Mules with 8:17 left in the fourth quarter. Cats have led the entire way. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right side. Bowles takes the snap and they go on the ground. Wilkerson again gets the carry. Tries to go up the middle. And will pick up a couple of yards. And this will bring up 2nd down for the Mules. Now with 7:56 left in the game.
Rushing yards have come pretty tough for Central Missouri today, as you would expect. 56 yards on the ground so far for the Mules. On the other side, Northwest with 103 yards rushing.
Last play, Ben Altoff comes in from a middle linebacker position to make the tackle. He's been everywhere this afternoon. 2nd and 8 for the Mules. Brooke Bowles, the younger brother of Blake and Brady Bowles. Quarterbacking for the Mules, goes with the pitch left side. Wilkerson tries to turn the corner, tripped up as he is knocked out of bounds on the Bearcat sideline.
Tell you what, that was just a great inside-out play. It was a great hustle play because it didn't look like anybody was in position to make the tackle, but Jack Richards was absolutely flying to the outside and made a nice open field hit.
Tell you what, Richards at 5'9", 175 pounds. He can lay a hit on some guys.
Yeah, he can.
3rd down coming up. It is 3rd and 4 now for Central Missouri. Ball at the 43 of the Mules. Northwest in front, 17-13. Bowles, straight drop back, wants to go deep. Off the right side, it's overthrown near the 20-yard line of the Bearcats. Gaskell was one of the coverage intended receivers, Carian Parker of Central Missouri, and this will bring up 4th down as Mules really trying to air it out.
Which is a little bit surprising with the struggles that we've seen Bowles have with the deep ball today. You would think that you would try to maybe stay intermediate on something like that and not go for a big hitter. There's plenty of time left on the clock.
So 4th down. It's 4th and 4. The Mules to punt. Zach Davidson will punt. Gets a good snap. No rush whatsoever. And a fair catch is called for by Alec Tatum at the right around the 15-yard line, where the Bearcats will have it 1st and 10 now with 6:31 left in the game and a 17-13 lead over Central Missouri.
Bearcats need to keep in mind, yes, they have the lead. Yes, time is running out, but you can't think you've got to be done. This offense has got to put more points on the board.
17-13. Northwest with the lead. 6:31 left in this ball game. The Fall Classic at Arrowhead, and so far it has been a classic this afternoon. Two receivers to the right side, one to the left side for the Bearcats. Anderson goes in motion. They hand off to Thompson, wants to swing out to the right side as he accelerates past the 20 and gets out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Was bumped at the line of scrimmage, then bounded out to the right and picks up some extra yardage, and a nice run on first down for Northwest.
Yeah, it's so key on a possession. If you can get a good gain of 5 yards or more on first down, it puts so much pressure on the defense, and that's what Northwest has done here.
2nd down and 3 after a 7-yard gain by the freshman Jordan Thompson. Two receivers right. Zach Martin out of the shotgun. This time the handoff goes to Grove. Grove will have the first down, crosses the 20. So he ankles out right to the 26 where he was tripped up. And a first down for Northwest. So 1st and 10, Bearcats. Clock now at 6:04 left in the fourth quarter. At 17-13 Bearcat lead. 3 receivers to the left. Shotgun formation for Martin. Play action. Wants to throw down the middle of the field. Incomplete at the 45-yard line. Jordan Bishop, the intended receiver, goes incomplete, and this will bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, another one overthrown. Between the two quarterbacks, anything that's been 15 yards or more downfield has just been a struggle this afternoon.
Barnes completed 42% of his passes this afternoon, came into this game completing over 74%. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left side. Martin out of the shotgun formation on 2nd and 10. This time they go on the ground. McMahon wants to sweep out right side. Flips as he tries to make a cut at the 29-yard line. This will bring up 3rd down and long. So 3rd down and 8 for Northwest.
You got to think Central Missouri right now feels this is a critical 3rd down play for their defense.
Ball at the Northwest 29-yard line. 2 receivers go right, 2 to the left side for the Bearcats.
Every first down the Cats can pick up, they can take another minute and a half, 2 minutes off the clock.
Play clock down to 4 seconds. Down to 2 seconds. Snap comes back to Martin. Steps up in the pocket. Cut from behind and will be brought down. Cut from behind. A big sack on the play for Central Missouri. And coming in was Michael Tannehill there to make the play. And this will bring up 4th and 14 for Northwest.
So the defense comes up with a big play. And again, what has been a defensive battle here today. And now the Northwest defense will look to step up.
Zachary back at the 32-yard line. Thorman will take the snap at his 9. Light rush gets into it, and this one will be a low punt. Takes a bounce at the 42 of the Mules. A Bearcat roll to the 32, where Central Missouri will have it 1st and 10 with 4:15 left in the game. Northwest Missouri State 17 and Central Missouri 13, and a flag falls.
Well, after the play was over. And the chattering for this game started early in the week on social media,
yes,
so
it did.
No surprise that there's chattering on the field as well.
There's no foul on the play.
So they wave off the flag.
I was thinking about that earlier this week. You know, it used to be you called it bulletin board material. Now, I guess in the 21st century, it's social media material.
I think it was a tweet went from Jackson Newman, I think,
and got passed around between the Northwest players. I think it said streak over, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. And that streak referring to Northwest with 34 straight wins going into today's game. Still up in the air here with 4:15 left. Northwest in front, 17-13. They've not trailed in this game, but it's been tight throughout. 1st and 10 for the Mules at the 31-yard line in Central Territory. Bowles rolls right side, wants to throw on the run, and it's intercepted. Richards comes up with the interception as he tried to bring it down and will be wrestled to the ground back at midfield. We'll see where they put forward progress, but a big interception by free safety Jack Richards.
Boy, I tell you what, Central Missouri just got very lucky they didn't get a 15-yard mark-off on that play as well, because Javante Sigler was the intended receiver, and after he made the tackle, he pushed Jack Richards right in the face mask after the play had already been made, and very easily could have been flagged for 15 there.
So Northwest will take over after the interception by Richards, his first of the season, and the Bearcats will have a 1st and 10 from the Mules' 45-yard line with 4:06 left in the fourth quarter. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left side. Zach Martin out of the pistol formation. Will take the snap, play action. Martin wants to go on the right side, going deep at the 10-yard line. Incomplete. Being the intended receiver, couldn't hold on to it. That had touchdown written all over.
Well, and I got to say, I've been giving Zach a hard time for missing on the deep ball all day. That was absolutely on target. Oh, Bain is going to go back and he's kicking himself now, but when he sees that on film, he's going to kick himself even more. That was an absolutely perfect pass by Zach Martin.
3:59 left in the game. Northwest in front 17-13. On 2nd and 10, they go on the ground to McMahon this time. Tries to go out left side. Will get brought down right at the line of scrimmage. This will bring up 3rd down and long. So this will bring up 2nd and 10 from the Northwest 45-yard line. I checked that. I should say 3rd and 10. So 3rd and 10 for Northwest. 3:30 and counting left in the fourth quarter.
Making several substitutions here.
Kennedy Sykes will go wide to the right side. 2 receivers to the left side. Bain is a slot off the left. Bishop also to the left side. Now Bain goes in motion left to right. And a timeout by Northwest as the play clock winding down. The substitutions took a little bit of time to get players to the line of scrimmage. So breaking the action. Northwest in front of Central Missouri, 17-13 with 3:14 left in the game. We'll be back right after this 1-minute timeout on the Bearcat Radio Network. Now the big 3rd down play coming up for Northwest with 3:14 left in the game. The Cats in front, 17-13. Northwest has it 3rd down and 10 from the 45-yard line of the Mules. Bain goes in motion left to right. Now the shotgun. Martin back to pass. Wants to go deep down that right side. Pass is incomplete at the 5-yard line. Trying to go down that sideline and incomplete.
That was good coverage by Joshua Terry for Central Missouri.
Kennedy Sykes, the intended receiver. 6'5", tried to reach up, bring that one down. Incomplete. This brings up 4th and 10. And Northwest to punt once again, now with 3:08 left in the game.
It's be a good time to see Matt Thorman do what he does best, drop one inside the 10-yard line.
Zachary back at the 10-yard line to try to return this punt. And for Thorman, end over end punt. A fair catch called by Zachary at the 16-yard line where the Mules will have it 1st and 10.
So you got to think with the way the time sits right now that if there's no turnovers involved, this is probably the last opportunity for the Central Missouri offense. So they may pull out all the stops here. They've got to get into the end zone.
3:02 left in the game. Northwest in front 17-13. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Bearcat Radio Network. Mules will have a 1st and 10 from their own 16-yard line. 17-13. Northwest Missouri State lead again. 3:02 left in the game. Bowles will take the snap out of the shotgun. Straight drop, wants to throw, and it's incomplete at the 25-yard line near the left hash. Pass incomplete. As Sigler tried to reach up with his left hand and bring that one down, couldn't. He's a little bit upset, but it's an incompletion, bringing up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, because he was wide open there.
From the right hash at the 16-yard line, the Mules going from our left to our right in this fourth quarter. Dressed in black. Back to pass is Bowles. Here comes pressure. Flushed out of the pocket. Rolls near the near side right. Throws on the run and incomplete. Pass fell at the 50-yard line. It was intended for Jalen Zachary, who was near the 40. Incomplete, brings up 3rd down and 10. So another big 3rd down play. This time the Mules with it 3rd and 10 from their 16-yard line. 2:49 left in the game. Northwest up 17-13.
Mules do have 3 timeouts, so if they don't pick up the first down here, they may still punt it away because they're deep in their own territory and then use those timeouts on defense.
2 receivers go wide left, 1 right for the Mules. Junior quarterback Burke Falls will take the snap out of the shotgun. Straight drop, now flushed down the pocket. As he bounds off, rolls right side, scrambles toward the near right side on the run, throws it high in the air. The pass is caught at the 35-yard line and out of bounds. Big catch by Kyle Eccles, out of bounds at the Northwest 35-yard line on the central sideline.
Boy, I tell you what, for as many struggles as Bowles has had today, that play right there would make up for it if you're a Central Missouri fan. There were 2 Bearcats that seemed like had him dead to rights and were going to bring him down. He got out of that at the 10-yard line and threw on the run and threw it right on the mark.
50-yard reception, back to pass. Bowles looks to throw at the 30 on the left side. Pass is caught to the 28-yard line. Ritchie, the first one on the coverage for Northwest, as he went with a quick pass off that left side. And there to come up with a catch was Kyle Eccles once again. He's had a couple big catches and was able to fall forward, get to the 28-yard line. This will bring up 2nd down and 4 for the Mules. With 2:03 left in the game, Northwest up 17-13, but the Mules to the 28-yard line of the Bearcats. Yeah, the ball off the left hash with the receiver to each side. Now Bowles looks over at the Bearcat sideline, or rather at the Mule sideline, as the play signaled in from Coach Jim Svoboda and offensive coordinator John McMiniman. Receiver to each side, back to passes. Bowles pump fakes once, now wants to throw on the right side, incomplete, and a flag falls. This will come up against Northwest.
Yeah, either a defensive hold or a pass interference here coming against Edward Ritchie.
Pass was intended for Javante Sigler near the 15 of Northwest. We're at 1:37 left in the game. Cats holding on to that 4-point lead.
Looks like they're going to call it as a hold. Nope.
So the interference penalty marks the ball at the 15-yard line where the Mules will have it 1st and 10. Again, 1:37 left in this one, 17-13, Northwest Missouri State in front. Bearcat defense needs to come up big. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right side. Ball off the right hash for the Mules. Out of the pistol formation. Play clock at 17 right now as Bowles will walk up toward the line of scrimmage. Relay a play to the offensive line. They go with a pitch out left side. Turner tries to turn the corner on the side past the 15. Breaks the tackle down to the 10 and inside the 10-yard line. As this will bring up 2nd down.
They can get a 1st down at the 5-yard line. So, and you know Central Missouri is going to has to use all 4 plays. Field goal does them no good.
Altoff was there to make the tackle, but it's 2nd down and 4 from the 9-yard line of the Bearcats. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left side. Bowles back to pass, rolls to the right side, toward the sideline. Pump fakes once, now we'll tuck it and run at the 5. He's tripped up, dives inside the 5-yard line.
So 1 minute on the clock, and now you've got a 4-play game.
Brings up 1st and goal from the 4-yard line for Central Missouri, and they go without a huddle. We'll have 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. That is Zachary over on the right side. Out of the shotgun formation, they go on the ground. Turner wants to turn the corner on the right side. He's tripped up. I think it was Marcus Jones got a hand on him as he goes by to help slow him up, and this will bring up 2nd and goal.
Central's going to take a timeout here.
Breaking the action with 38 seconds left in the game. 38 seconds left. Northwest Missouri State 17. Central Missouri 13. Back in a minute on the Bearcat Radio Network.
Support for the Bearcat Radio Network comes from the Bearcat Booster Club, impacting every Northwest student athlete by providing a source of funds to improve athletic equipment for teams and programs. Membership information is available at bearcatsports.com.
Support for the Bearcat Radio Network comes from national investors in Redfield, Iowa, and Northwest alumni R. Joe Smith and Greg Wilson, providing asset protection, retirement planning, estate organization, and insurance options. More at nationalinvestors.com.
Support for the Bearcat Radio Network comes from FSB Mortgage, providing first-time and veteran homebuyers assistance with financing needs to fit a budget. More information from Jeff Farlow, 816-233-7400. FSB Mortgage, a division of Farmers State Bank.
Support for the Bearcats comes from Gardner Family Dentistry in Maryville. Dr. Jeff Gardner and his staff specialize in treating the whole family with a focus on kids of all ages. Other services include implants, crowns, and general dentistry. Now accepting new patients. More at MaryvilleSmiles.com.
It is second and goal from the 4-yard line for Central Missouri. Northwest in front, 17-13 with 38 seconds left in the game. Mules at the line of scrimmage. Turner to the right of Bowles, who takes the snap, wants to throw it toward the end zone. Left side, passes up, caught, touchdown. Reception goes to Kyrian Parker off the left side into the end zone, comes up with the catch. And with 34 seconds left in the game, the Mules have their first lead of the game, 19-17.
Tell you what, you go back to that scramble by Brooke Bowles deep in their own territory at his own 10-yard line, getting out of the grasp of two Bearcat defenders that looked like they were going to have sacks, and then completing a 50-yard pass. Right there is what did it on that possession.
Point after kick coming for Zach Davidson, or rather for Alex Langer, and the kick is on the way, and it is good. So with 34 seconds left in the game, it's now a 20-17 Central Missouri lead over Northwest. Again, 34 seconds left. We'll be back for the kickoff right after this 1-minute timeout on the Bearcat Radio Network. 34 seconds left in the game. The Mules with their first lead of this game after an 8-play, 84-yard drive. And it was a 4-yard touchdown pass from Bowles to Parker. And the Mules in front, 20-17. Bearcats have 34 seconds left in this game to do something about this. As Lander will have it teed up at the 35 from our left to our right. Again, a short kick. And this will be fielded at the 18 off the left side at the numbers to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, and out to the 32-yard line as Grove returns it out to the 32, where the Bearcats will have it now with 30 seconds left in the game, and Northwest trailing 20-17.
And the Cats have just one timeout as well.
Cats quickly get to the line of scrimmage as they come over from the far sideline. Ball will be on the left hash, Northwest from our right to our left in this fourth quarter. 30 seconds left in the game. Two receivers to the right side, two to the left side. Zach Martin at quarterback. Now the pistol formation is back to pass. Wants to go down the middle of the field. Pass is caught at the 46-yard line. That'll be good for a first down. Bain comes up for the catch, knocked down there. Cats quickly get to the line of scrimmage as a Mule is slow to get up. It'll be first and 10 Northwest at their own 46-yard line. Now with 24 seconds left, and again Northwest trailing 20-17. The athletic training staff having to come out onto the field to tend to the injured Central Missouri player. So again, Northwest with 24 seconds left, down 20-17. Ball will be at their own 46-yard line between the hashes. Again, play stopped right now as an injured Central Missouri player being tended to off the left hash at the 45.
And they'll get him on his feet, and the Cats will have to get over to the ball as they see him get up and head toward the sideline and be ready.
Central Missouri's defense now getting over to the line of scrimmage.
This will keep Northwest from having to clock it. They were going to throw the ball down and stop the clock, but now they can run a play because they've had a minute to chat about it.
First and 10, Northwest at their 46-yard line, trailing 20-17. Zach Martin at quarterback. Couple receivers to each side is back to pass. Wants to go deep on the right side. Has a man to the 20-yard line, and it's caught by Bain to the 10, and down inside the 10-yard line at the 7 with 15 seconds left in the game.
But Bain is hurt. He is hurt.
Cats Getting to the line of scrimmage quickly.
And Bain lines up so that they can clock it, and then he'll head over to the sideline. And that was an amazing catch by Bain, but again, it may be a costly one.
Martin takes the snap and immediately spikes it, stops the clock. We've got 12 seconds left in the game. So Northwest still with a chance here. 12 seconds left, trailing 20-17.
And one thing you got to think about with the Cats is a field goal ties it. So you don't have to score a touchdown here. You can take a chance to try to score a touchdown here, but they've got a timeout left and only need a field goal to try to tie it. And now Central's going to take a timeout.
Let's keep it right here. Northwest Missouri State with 12 seconds left, trailing 20-17 to Central Missouri in a game that is going right down to the wire here. And what a huge pass reception to Sean Bain, who came up with his 7th catch of the game. That one for 47 yards to set up Northwest where they have a 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line of Central.
Well, in all the struggles most of the afternoon for Zach Martin on the deep ball, he hit. His last 2 were perfectly thrown. Now, the first of the last 2 was dropped, but it was thrown in a perfect spot that time around. He got to throw in a good spot, and Bain was able to make the grab to give Northwest Missouri State an opportunity here.
12 seconds left. Northwest trailing 20-17. Bearcat offense huddled up back with their coaching staff back near the sideline at the 25 or so. Now they'll break out of this and come to the line of scrimmage here with 12 seconds left. 2nd down and goal from the 7-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right side. Zach Martin at quarterback, drove to his left. Operating out of the shotgun formation, Martin takes the snap. Wants to look right now, back left at the end zone. Pass cut, touchdown! Pass cut, touchdown, Northwest. As the pass goes to Jordan Bishop.
You want to talk about a mood changing on the sideline. Central Missouri, just a moment ago, they were dancing around and celebrating. The players were like they had won. And you cannot have that mentality as a player until the clock hits 0. And Northwest is taking advantage here, gaining a lead with 7 seconds to go.
23-20, Northwest Missouri State regains the lead. Greg Garner out for the point after attempt. Good placement, ball down, kick is on the way, and it is good. 7 seconds left. Northwest Missouri State with the lead over Central Missouri, 24-20. We'll be back right after this 1-minute timeout on the Bearcat Radio Network. Back at Arrowhead Stadium, the Fall Classic at Arrowhead has been that. It's 7 seconds left. Northwest Missouri State in front of Central Missouri, 24-20. That last drive, a 4-play, 68-yard drive, and the 7-yard touchdown pass from Martin to Bishop, giving the Bearcats the lead once again. But again, we've got 7 seconds left. Greg Arnold with the teed up at the 35-yard line. And before he gets into it here, Northwest calls a timeout. So the Bearcats call a timeout now with 7 seconds left, and again a 24-20 lead before the kickoff.
Yeah, I mean, really the only issue right now is 7 seconds on the clock, so you just got to make sure that everybody's on the same page. There's options for what you can do here on the kick if you're Northwest. You would think you'd want to trust in that kick coverage, but, this coaching staff knows that kick coverage as well as anybody. Do you want to kick it in the end zone and leave it up to your defense to try to stop a play, maybe 2, but most likely 1 play, or you just want to pop it up and try to keep them from getting a big return, most likely running most of the time off the clock? I mean, there's a lot that can happen in 7 seconds.
And the Mules do have a couple pretty good kick returners, so that is something to keep in mind as well. 24-20, Northwest in front of Central Missouri, as Garner again will have it teed up at the 35-yard line. Franklin Hunt is the deep back for Central Missouri. They have Zachary back there as well, who's a dangerous return man. And Garner again with it teed up at the 35 with 7 seconds left. Well, just pooch it this time, and it's a little pooch kick that is fielded at the 25-yard line by Bear, where they'll be down there. And now Central Missouri with 7 seconds left will have the ball, and they have an opportunity now.
I like that call on that kick. You don't take a chance of one of their returners deciding to bring it out of the end zone. You pop it up, and you know they're going to catch it in that position and leave it into the hands of a defense that has played tremendous this season, and let them come up with a play stop, maybe two, but at least one play stop here.
The Mules a week ago won on the last play of the game. Now with 7 seconds, they line up on offense this time. It was their defense a week ago against Emporia that won it on the last play of the game. Here with 7 seconds left, a 24-20 Bearcat lead. Rick Bowles at quarterback. He'll be out of the shotgun formation from the 25 of the Mules. Back to pass his Bowles. Will roll right side. Looks to throw. Fires it, and it goes as incompletion. Incompletion at the 43-yard line. Just trapped at the 43. Pauls has an incompletion, and this will bring up second down and 10 with 1 tick of the clock left in this game.
So a little earlier, we thought it was a 4-play game. Little did we know. But I can tell you now, it is a 1-play game with 1 second on the clock.
24-20, Northwest Missouri State with the lead. 3 receivers go wide to the right side. Rick Bowles at quarterback. Will take the snap out of the shotgun formation. Rolls right. Now looks to throw across the middle. It goes incomplete. Through behind the intended receiver in Wesley Thomas. Pass goes incomplete. That's it. The Bearcats escape Arrowhead Stadium with a 24-20 victory over Central Missouri, as the Bearcats' winning streak now improves to 35 games.
Wow. I'm not often at a loss for words, but wow, what an ending to a classic. It was definitely a fall classic here today.
24-20, Northwest Missouri State holds on to defeat Central Missouri this afternoon at Arrowhead Stadium. The Bearcats remain undefeated on the year. Their record goes to 5-0. Central Missouri falls to 3-2 on the season with the loss to the Bearcats. So again, 24-20, Northwest with the win.